Of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports.
It'll be played back again. Dozark waiting, and a pass now in front. They score! It's Keegan Kitts. He wins it in overtime, and the Capitals get third place.
It's time for Oahe Capitals hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. The Oahe Capitals are brought to you by Xander Auto Parts, Leisure Palace, Wagner Auto, AGE, Weatherall, The American, May Adam, Pizza Ranch, Faith Lutheran Church, and Hermanson Orthodontics.
Beam will hold on to that puck, and that will take us to the end of the hockey game. And Jackson Youngworth has his third shutout in as many starts. And the Capitals win it 7-0.
Oahe Capitals hockey is also brought to you by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota. The South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection. State Farm Insurance Becky Potsuba Agency. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters. And First United Methodist Church.
And here is now Jaron Beck back in the offensive zone. Backdoor feed, Dodson! He scores! We're tied! Jaron Beck gets the backdoor feed, and Devin Dodson tips it in, and we're tied at 2.
Oahe Capitals hockey is also brought to you by River Bottom Sanitation, the Clubhouse Inn and Suites, Venture Communications, Kathy Sunshine Properties, American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Comtech, and Beck Motors.
Bouncing puck at the blue line. Great job by Aiden Beam to hold the zone. On his backhand, he'll play to the corner. Beam still with it. Centering pass. Rebound, they score! It might have been hit in out of midair by Dylan Dodson. His 9th goal of the season. The Capitals have tied it up 2-2 with 6:24 to go.
And now to the booth for the award-winning call with the voice of the Capitals, John Winkler.
And a good evening as we welcome you here to the Expo Center. It is senior night. The Oahe Capitals and the Watertown Lakers coming up in a must-win game for both of these teams. John Winkler alongside Steve Steele as Coach Steele joining us here tonight. And this is a must-win game for both teams. These are the only two teams that have a shot to make the state tournament that aren't in the state tournament, and one of these two teams will not make it. The 7 seeds are all, they'll still figure them out, but the 7 teams are locked in. This is for the 8 spot right now, and I mean it is very much a must-win for the Capitals. Otherwise, their hopes aren't completely dashed, but just about dashed for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, this is very similar to the Monday night game with Canada and Finland. Very, very similar. Winner's gonna make it to the final, or in this case, state tournament. Losers maybe got a little bit more hockey to play, and then their season will come to an end. And again, for the Caps, it's going to be a tall task to go 3 for 3, which would be the necessity if you lose this game. So it's going to be very critical for them to not just come away with a win, but try and do it in regulation.
And that's the thing, is that when you look at what the Capitals have to do, at minimum what they have to do is win this game. And Watertown will go take on Rushmore Saturday and Sunday this weekend, which, I think every team will say that's really tough for anybody to go to Rapid City to get wins, especially against this year's team. So you're kind of expecting them to lose both. And again, Watertown's going to give their shot, but we kind of expect them to lose both. And then it's against Yankton. So if Yankton would beat Watertown, at minimum, the Capitals will have to win this game by 2 goals and then at least get to overtime with one of their last 3 games. If anything would change, the Capitals will have to get a couple more wins. And that's against Brookings, against Sioux Falls West, against Sioux Falls East. So your task is very, very high and almost improbable once you lose this hockey game. Where if Watertown, you're saying, we just got to maybe get a point somewhere else in the last 3 games if we win this game and guarantee it without any extra help. There's a lot at stake for both of these teams, and if you want playoff hockey, you're going to see it here tonight.
Yeah, this should be everything in the playoff atmosphere. This should be essentially a state tournament game. And I said it's going to be really fun to see the jump that the Caps come out with tonight. Friday night game, senior night, should be a good crowd here tonight. and hopefully they can come out fast and again, get onto that early start, because that's going to be a huge part of this game, is getting out early.
In a game where these two teams played in Watertown, where the Lakers end up winning in the last 30 seconds of that hockey game 3-2, is that a benefit for Watertown? Can it be a benefit for Oahe? Or if it's not a benefit so much for Oahe, how can they make that game, even though it was a loss, a benefit going into tonight?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for the Caps tonight is they've got to find a way to play no mistake hockey. I mean, really, you're looking at 3 mistakes in that Watertown game. The one breakdown right at the very, very end of the game is what ultimately cost them it. But, I mean, they've been right there all season long. And I think if they get a breakthrough tonight, they got a really good shot to go and get that point they need. I mean, again, the Sioux Falls weekend that they had here was possibly their best weekend of hockey on the season. So you should have a lot of confidence there. The biggest thing you've got to find a way is to break through in a close game. And that's going to happen through that confidence and just that focus all the way through. There can't be a 30-second lapse tonight because a 30-second lapse can end your season. So if they can get through that whole game with no lapses, I mean, I really, truly think this could be the breakthrough game that gives them some momentum to get that extra point or two that they need to squeak in.
The Hawaii Capitals and the Watertown Lakers senior night coming up here from the Expo Center. We will return with more of the pregame show after this here on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Hi, Jason here from Leisure Palace Pool, Spa, and Patio. We invite you to come in and see our expanded new location, 400 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Transform your new space into the best in industry hot spring, caldera, and free flow spas, and let the stress melt away. Or maybe it's an infrared sauna. Don't miss out. Also check out our pool tables, darts, fire tables, and outdoor furniture. Visit us today for the perfect blend of relaxation and entertainment. And as always, at the guaranteed lowest price.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories. The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Gear up for an exhilarating winter season with Beck Motor Company, your local Chevy dealer and proud supporter of sports in our community. Whether you're hitting the rink or hitting the road, trust Chevy's lineup of dependable vehicles to take you there in style. We are here for all your automotive needs. Stop by our showroom at 1905 North Garfield in Pierre or explore our inventory online at www.beck-motors.com. Proudly serving our community for 55 years. We're making a great deal better. Beck Motor Company, Pierre, 605-224-5912.
Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff Lathrop of Pierre First United Methodist Church, and I'd like to invite you to join us in person for worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. You can also join us on Facebook Live or on KCCR 1240 a.m. or 98.9 FM for our Sunday morning broadcast at 11 a.m. Come worship with us at First United Methodist Church, where you will find open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
AGE Corporation has been building South Dakota for nearly 60 years. For all your site work, construction, and crane needs, AGE is there for you. If you need a boat dock and dock lighting, AGE has what you need. Visit their website, agecorp.com, or give them a call at 223-2732. AGE Corporation, providing high-quality services without sacrificing safety. Visit agecorp.com or call 223-2732.
Hi, this is head coach Landon Badger, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back, we get set for puck drop between the Hawaii Capitals and the Watertown Lakers here from the Expo Center. John Wicker alongside Steve Steele. Earlier today, just a little bit ago, it was the Capitals Pee Wee B team. They are in Yankton for the state tournament. They're facing the Yankton team in that first round. A heartbreaker for the Capitals, who had a 3-2 lead late in that third period. End up a goal scored by Yankton with 2 minutes left, and then a power play overtime goal. So the 4-seed Yankton escapes beating the 5-seed Capitals 4-3 in overtime. Oahe will most likely face the 8-seed going into the second day. That would be Brandon Valley, as Mitchell is that number one team, and I believe Brandon Valley had only one win of the season. So the Caps are looking to try. Yeah, it's a 14-0 lead for Mitchell, so they will be facing Brandon Valley tomorrow in the second round of the state tournament. This is a fun time of year, Coach. What every team builds up to: Pee Wee, Bantam, JV, varsity, all the way from the top to the bottom. You're looking forward to these weekends of the state tournament and getting ready for the state tournament.
Yeah, and these are just always the best weekends. This is this is what youth hockey is all about. Obviously, when you get into the varsity levels, it's more competitive and everything else. But there's just not many things like getting to play mini sticks in the hotel and in the pool with the team, and just the whole parent and friend group that is a hockey team. It really does become a family over the course of this season, and so it's a special time of year. Just is the last one of those for that season as they kind of start to wrap things up here. This is the first weekend of state tournaments, and then they'll kind of go all the way the rest of the season until the varsity one. So special time of year, and like I said, this is a little bit of the change out of that, but this one will still feel just like a state tournament game here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. These two teams, the winner has not necessarily the leg up, but for the Capitals have themselves a great opportunity to make the state tournament. If Watertown wins, they just about locked it in with the win here tonight. Again, this Watertown team in years past, they've kind of been fighting for 8 seeds over the last couple of years, but every year it seems like Watertown is getting a little bit better, but the rest of the state continues to get a little bit better. So this 8-9 matchup, basically, between Watertown and Oahe, I would say in other years are sometimes they're fighting for 5th and 6th place instead of a spot in the state tournament. This Watertown team is a much better spot than 8th place right now, and the same for the Capitals. This is a much better team than what the 9th place that they show in the standings.
Yeah, I think if you look back the last few years, this is about as deep as the league's been. It's pretty clear the 3 teams that weren't going to be in, I guess you'd have to go next gen stats on me to tell me when they were mathematically eliminated. But, I think that they've known for a while that they were not going to be in the state tournament. And realistically, if you look at the Caps, right there with Watertown, right there with Mitchell, right there with the 2 Sioux Falls teams, right there with Aberdeen, right there with Yankton. There's really not a large separation with the exception of maybe Rushmore. Obviously
that's everybody right now.
They're a little different, but outside of that, 2 through 9, there's not a large gap this year.
Which makes for a lot of fun hockey, but makes for some nerve-wracking hockey here in the final weeks of the season with the Caps needing wins and points to get into the state tournament. White Capitals and the Watertown Lakers, it is senior night. We're coming up on, we'll have that before the game. We'll have it here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports for you to watch. We got another commercial break to get to. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Hockey season is here, and American by Wyndham Fort Pierre Conference Center is proud to support our hometown heroes, the Oahe Capitals. Whether you're traveling to cheer on the team or just need a cozy place to unwind, we're here to make your stay unforgettable. From game nights to restful mornings, we're rooting for you. Stop by at 312 Island Drive, Fort Pierre. Go Capitals! American by Wyndham, where comfort meets community. Call 605-223-2358 to book your stay today. Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com. Becky Potsaba and State Farm Insurance are here to help you with your insurance and banking needs. State Farm's not just insurance, it's banking, investments, IRAs, loans, and a whole lot more. We offer guidance in a personal and caring way that helps you manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and find ways to control costs so you can realize your dreams. We know how life is, and we're here for you. Stop in to see Becky at 1315 East Wells Avenue in Pierre, or call Becky at 224-4173. Venture Communications has deep roots in rural South Dakota. Venture now proudly provides fiber to the home with 100% of our customers, enabling them to enjoy super fast and reliable internet connections. We'd like the opportunity to keep you in touch with the people and resources that matter most. 100% fiber and 100% committed to rural South Dakota. Call Venture Communications today at 605-852-2224, 605-852-2224, or online at venturecom.net. Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre, or visit their website at comtechplus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
Hi, this is Bridger Babcock, captain of the Oahe Capitals, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
We welcome you back. We are getting set for puck drop between the Oahe Capitals and the Watertown Lakers. We've got one more commercial break for you. We'll have it for you right now. You're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Walking together in faith, living together in faith, working together in faith, that's who we are.
Hi, this is Pastor Sam Hanschke. I hope that our athletes have an excellent and successful season. I pray that God would continue to richly bless them. I invite you to join me in praying for our athletes during the year.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits, and gravy. They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, You, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Hi, this is Cameron Lee, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
And we welcome you back as we get set for the Oahe Capitals and the Watertown Lakers. John Winkler alongside Steve Steele. They are just about to start the senior night festivities. So here, once they do that, we'll send it down to the public address announcer, and we'll get that for you. And real quick, too, clock is ticking down, but you got a chance to coach these seniors, obviously, the last couple of years. And, and for Coach Badger, his first year as the varsity head coach, it's a special group. Every year's a special group. This year is no different.
It's really not, and I think that's the blessing and curse of coaching is at some point it comes to an end, and it's never easy. And, you still love all these kids, and they're all going to be such fantastic human beings, long, and they already are far beyond the ice rink.
At number 22, Jackson Youngworth. Our next senior, number 26, Keegan Kitts. Parents of Keegan, Jordan and Becky Kitts. Siblings, I have an older sister, Abby, and my brother-in-law, Landon. Years playing hockey. I didn't start hockey until I was in 5th grade. Talon Grease taught me how to skate. Favorite hockey memory. One of my favorite varsity hockey memories is scoring the overtime goal against Sioux Falls West, securing our team's 3rd place finish in the 2024 state hockey tournament. During JV, we made it to a championship game in back-to-back years. Inspirational quote, never leave the ice thinking you could have given more. Words of wisdom to those young hockey players out there. Take in every moment while you still can, because it all goes by so fast. Keegan likes hockey, hunting, and hanging with friends. And after high school, he'll be attending SDSU and majoring in agronomy. Ladies and gentlemen, number 26, Keegan Kitts. Next, senior number 85, Cameron Lee. Parents are Patrick and Lisa Lee. Siblings, brother, Colin Lee. Years playing hockey, 13. Favorite hockey memory, winning Tyler Wilcox tournament and playing in the Denny Sanford. Inspirational quote, be grateful. Words of wisdom to young hockey players, don't quit. Cameron likes fishing and motorcycles, and plans after high school he'll be attending Lake Area Tech for the welding program. Ladies and gentlemen, number 85, Cameron Lee. Our next senior, number 62, Wyatt Briggs. Parents are Keith and Lori Briggs. Siblings, brother Riley. Played 14 years of hockey. Favorite memory? Going into the state JV tournament last year, the 7th seed, and finishing in 2nd place. Wyatt always tells others, never give up on hockey, even if you might not be the best. Words of wisdom to young hockey players, it's better to stick with the sport and try to find what you're good at rather than quitting. Hobbies of Wyatt include he likes learning about computers, being in shop, and admiring nature. After high school, I plan to go on to Lake Area Tech for the welding program. Ladies and gentlemen, number 62, Wyatt Briggs. And our last senior, Oahe Capitals, number 35, Jesse Eldridge. Parents of Jesse are Matt and Amy Eldridge, younger brother Dalton. Jesse played 13 years of hockey. His favorite memory, making a championship game state JV tournament in 2024, and at the high level of competition involved with every state tournament. An inspirational quote from Jesse, live life, or life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Words of wisdom to young hockey players, enjoy the game and never take it for granted. Hobbies, hockey, hunting, fishing, and anything outdoors. Plans after high school? Jesse plans to attend South Dakota State University for electrical engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, number 35, Jesse Eldridge. Those are our starters for the evening. We also like to include one more starter, and that will be Dylan Dotson, number 11. And again, our starters will be a defenseman, number 35, Jesse Eldridge. The other defenseman, Cameron Lee at defense. Keegan Kitts, Wyatt Briggs, Dylan Dotson at forwards. And our starting goalie will be Jackson, number 22. We also have 3 junior caps this evening. We'll read those off. First, Brigham Baker. He is 7 years old and is a Mite. His favorite player is Matt Boldy, and his favorite hockey team is the Minnesota Wild. His favorite thing about playing hockey is skating, and his favorite food from the concession stand is a pretzel with cheese. Our next junior cap, Brooks Baker. Brooks is 4 and is in Learn to Skate. His favorite hockey player is his brother Brody, and his favorite hockey team is the Oahe Capitals. His favorite thing about playing hockey is scoring goals, and his favorite food, and this is my favorite as well, the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups from the concession stand. And our last junior capital is Griffin Heckenleibel. He's 7 years old and is a Mite. His favorite players are Keating Kitts and his uncle Landon Badger. His favorite hockey team is the Minnesota Wild. Griffin's favorite thing about hockey is scoring goals. And his favorite food from the concession stands are pretzels with cheese as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to our 5 seniors, our 3 junior capitals for tonight. And I believe we are about ready to start the hockey game. Good luck to both teams. We're looking forward to a great game for Senior Night 2025 Oahe Capitals.
So we are ready to go here from the Expo Center. We apologize for the quick technical difficulties that the screen froze and had to get it back up on the air. And of course, we missed one of the seniors, and it happened to be the GM's son that we missed, and Jackson Youngworth. So that doesn't go over so well. But we do apologize for that. But Jackson Youngworth, the starting goalie, 6 wins on the season. Of the 6 wins that the Capitals have, he has started every single game this year for the Caps. 3.93 goals against average, .859 save percentage. Does have a shutout so far in the season. Does own the record of shutout minutes, consecutive minutes in Capitals history that he picked up last year.
Yeah, he had, I think it was a little over 3 games.
And 3 consecutive shutouts in total.
And then pieces on both ends.
Yep, with pieces on both ends, yep. And the Watertown Lakers, they will have Cole Nygaard, 6 wins as well. He's started just about every single game, but a 3.17 goals against average, .879 save percentage. And we are underway here this evening at the Expo Center as Cohen Mole, who gets the starts on the center, had the puck and knocked off of his stick as he was checked off the puck. Mole will, though, intercept the pass that went towards the blue line. And behind the net, he lost the puck to Dylan Dotson, who was swinging out of the zone and trying a long pass up ahead for Keegan Kitts. And it will go far enough, they will wave off icing, and it will be back behind the net where it will be picked up by the Watertown Lakers. I thought that was for sure going to be icing right off the hop. But it is now the Watertown Lakers that will dump it in, and it coming from Colton Sutton, the defenseman, and it went on net for Jackson Youngworth to make the first save of the evening. Here at the near side, right at the Capitals bench, Aiden Beam will pick up the puck for the Caps. This pass goes across ice for Cameron Lee, and then Lee from the blue line will send it high over the crossbar, but just on the bottom of the glass, as it didn't make a nice bounce back out front, as the puck will be swatted towards the end of the zone, but Asher Vandenbos gloves it down and holds it in. His pass for Logan Anderson's intercepted by Quentin Jorgensen, and Jorgensen will make the pass up to Millen Evans, who will tip it out of the zone, and that pass will miss, and that should result in an icing, and we will get our first icing with 15:48 to go here in the first period. I had to double check on that icing because I wasn't so sure about that one.
Yeah, I thought we were going to go NHL rules here for a little bit where, it's kind of that hybrid icing or something like that.
Right.
Because Keegan technically would have waived it in the NHL, so, yeah.
It was, yeah. An NHL, well, then, of course, Canada last night was trying to avoid too many men on the ice and got an icing call on top of it. I didn't agree with that one. This will come out of the zone as the Watertown Lakers will pick it up in the neutral zone. Kasuski will move it up ahead, and it'll be Tyler Roberts that try to throw it in deep. It was blocked by Cooper Beestrom, and then Millen Evans will intercept a pass and a soft backhander on net for Youngworth to make one of his easiest saves of the night. Here's one in front, and a save made by Youngworth. That went from a very easy routine save to Aiden Melville having a shot right in front of him wide open, and Youngworth was in good position to make that save.
Yeah, he did a great job getting out of his crease a little bit there and taking away the angle to get across that shot across to the far post. So great job by Jackson.
Melville's a right-handed shot, but that was just about as wide open as McDavid was last night in overtime. Here is a wraparound chance that Youngworth had the post hugged tightly, and it makes another save. This will be flipped out of the zone, up ahead for Kitts as they try the breakout play again. Kitts with a toe drag move, but he lost the handle of it, and Cole Nygaard will touch the puck for the first time as he swatted away with the big paddle out to the far side. Ian Schweitzer will move it over to Dylan Dodson, backhander towards the net. It'll bounce its way on the Nygaard, and he will make the quick save with 14:56 to go here in the first period.
Yeah, we've seen that 2 times now where we've really, as soon as we curl around our own net, we're looking for that long cross-ice pass stretching the ice. So we'll see. They feel like we got something there, especially with Keegan on that receiving end.
This will be a face-off to the right of Nygaard. That shot from Kitts, and make that Schweitzer, and I will get a whistle at the net dislodge. The shot from Schweitzer was a really tough angle, but sometimes if the goalie's out of position, you can bake that one in.
Yeah, and he kind of was. His pad was down, but his shoulders were not quite square on the post and hugging it snug. That was kind of a tongue twister there, but yeah.
But so Dodson has tried it twice. You just mentioned about throwing it down to Kitts. Isn't that the beer league special? Is this one to be a now breakaway coming up ahead for the Watertown Lakers and backhander? They roofed it high. That one coming from Jacob Holgate, and Holgate missed that. He didn't have a wide open net, but he didn't get a chance to put it on net. Back behind the nets. This will go off the back of the nets as Dylan Dodson will flip it off and out of play over the glass. We get a whistle with 14:25. So is that the beer league special that they were trying, or is that more of off of a face-off?
Yeah, it might be more of a face-off, but at the same point, again, you see anytime the puck's reversing, we're sneaking that backside winger up the boards out into the neutral zone. So might have seen something because Watertown's moving over. They're giving it to us.
Here is Roberts on the face-off win. There's a shot from the blue line that goes wide by number 22, Jack Elsher, who had the game-winning goal against the Hawaii Capitals back on mid-January. This will be to the corner where Millen Evans will pick it up for Watertown. That pass off the stick of Roberts, and then Cameron Lee will flip it high to center ice. Elsher tried to glove it down but missed it. Owen O'Daniel will track it down behind the cage of the Watertown Lakers, and the puck will make its way back to the corner. Out towards the blue line. That's held in by Aiden Beam. He'll push it to the corner, played it off the board, centers it out in front, and a shot that goes just over the top of the crossbar of Cole Nygaard. And that was an incredible pass in front and maybe a last-minute stick of Aiden Bowder that couldn't get a clean shot. There's another quick shot by Roberts, a save made by Youngworth. That pass deflected and intercepted by Kitts. 1-on-3, Kitts will carry it into the offensive zone. On his back end, flipped it over towards Nygaard, and he will scoop it up like a shortstop with 13:27 to go in the first period. Get another whistle.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play by Watertown defenseman there, Jorgensen, in front of the net. It gets the Bowder stick, and he just barely got a touch on the stick. It was fluttering, and it just went past the net.
Great defensive play, and that's going to be a story for this game is a playoff atmosphere game, playoff meaning in this game, as Dylan Dodson's pass over in front for Schweitzer. He couldn't find the handle enough to get a shot away, as Kitts will chop it back into the zone. But especially when you get the playoffs, that D tightens up a little bit more, and you have to have good defensive play to win a hockey game.
And you just got to be very decisive with the puck. You've got to get it on and off your stick as quick as you can in those situations.
This will move up here to the nearest side where it's going to be picked up and moved along by Nicholas Noldner, as this shot got on Youngworth from the blue line, as that one was taken by Jake Roots, and that was a quick shot from the blue line that I don't think Youngworth was really expecting.
Yeah, that was kind of a little awkward shot almost. There's kind of half dump, half just get it by the defender, and it happened to flutter up onto the net. So good awareness there by Jackson.
This face-off is won by the Watertown Lakers. This is moved over from Tate Marco to the corner on the far side, but it's grabbed by Beam, who will move it just by himself out of danger from the corner. Then it's tipped at the wrong side of the red line, and Trenton Parmley will ice the puck as he was a step away from the red line to make that a non-icing play.
Yeah, and again, you're still seeing us try and stretch that ice and get across and try and get in transition. And, so far, that's kind of been the success for both teams on their chances, is just kind of getting out in transition when that weak side D's collapsing over a little bit too far and sneaking a puck behind them.
Do you like the pace of this game right now, Coach, or does it feel like it's a playoff game and nobody wants to make that first mistake?
I don't know. It kind of looks to me like both teams are trying to push the pace offensively a little bit. It's just going to come down to which one can cash in. We've seen a couple really good saves by Jackson. One great defensive play in the slot on Watertown's end.
Here's a pass from Dylan Dodson that was blocked off of a shin pad. Millen Evans tried to center it for Roberts, and it was broken up and out of the zone by Aiden Beam. This will come back here to the near side. Stick lift of Dodson, but it's still grabbed by Roberts, who almost fell over and blew a tire. Then his pass went over to Beam, the wrong team. And then that shot off the outside of the goalpost from Elsher. Got from the blue line, and that shot went just off the outside of the goalpost. Elsher will move it here to the near side as Marco missed that opportunity. And it'll be now played to the corner for Roberts. Evans will pick it up. He's the team leader in goals with 19. Turnover. Marco with a shot and a glove save made by Youngworth. Last week, Youngworth made over 50 saves in that loss to Rushmore. And picking up where he left off from last Friday, obviously Rushmore's a tough team to just stop anything, but to have 50 saves against Rushmore is a big feat to have, and he's picking up where he left off.
Yeah, I mean, he's been locked in so far. Even the ones that are kind of awkward or unexpected shots, he's been right on them.
Redland will push this behind the cage as the Capitals will pick it up and get it out of the zone. It will go all the way down, and it will not be an icing. It might have been touched by Watertown. Remington Redland got knocked down behind the net, tried to center one, and two guys in front of the net for the Capitals. Logan Anderson and also Triton Parmley were both in front of the nets, and neither one of them went off of one stick, and neither one could get a shot away. Here is now Parmley that will backhand it up for Bridger Babcock. Babcock, his pass for Anderson was blocked the first time from Mole, and then Babcock got it back, so he put a shot on from the blue line that was blocked and went wide. And the Capitals will clear their own offensive zone, trying to get it back to the blue line, where Cooper Beestrom will circle behind his own cage. That pass, stretch pass again. Logan Anderson will bring it in onside, and that pass was blocked. Triton Parmley, he's tried to center one for Dodson, and that one just off of a stick wide of Dodson. Now it's moved in from the blue line. That shot through traffic and a save made by Youngworth. That's coming from Sawyer Knopf. And then a pass again broken up. Another interception. Behind the nets, Jake Roots. It's taken back by the Capitals. Aiden Beam trying to stay strong in his skates as the puck comes a free. And a cross-ice feed goes from D to D, and then an intercepted pass from Ian Schweitzer. We'll pick up the loose puck again to Schweitzer. Leaves it back. That shot by Dodson and a save made by Nygaard. We get a whistle with 10:14 remaining here in the first period. Feels like we should probably have about 10 to 15 minutes gone in this period, but we've only had not even 7 minutes yet so far.
Yeah, there's been a lot of pace so far in this game. Watertown's really collapsing a lot offensively. They're really forcing everything to one side. That's why you're starting to see us open up that backside again there with Keegan.
Jet Van Gilder will have it for the Watertown Lakers. Jack Elsher here for the Lakers. Moves it up to the blue line. Held in by Jesse Eldridge. Quick shot by Kitts. A save made by Nygaard. Elsher again to the corner. Kitts will lay the body on him. And then it's turned over. Dodson's shot was off of a stick. It's still loose, high slot. Kitts' shot was blocked. Second opportunity from Dodson went wide. He just tried a quick turnaround shot. And here Millen Evans at the blue line. Escapes the zone, but a good play from Lyle Bonney as he'll put it back into the offensive end. And the Capitals looking to go back on the attack, but it does come out of the zone where it's moved in by the Lakers. And Kasuski with a shot attempt that was blocked by Cameron Lee and Jesse Eldridge. Bridger Babcock can't push that puck forward. He'll have two different swaths at it. Finally moves up the boards, trying to get it back at the blue line. And the puck will come free to the slot where it's going to be grabbed by the Capitals. And it's Eldridge, one hand on his stick, can't dump it into the zone. Will roll off the back of Sutton, and Colton Sutton will be pinned to the boards by Lyle Bonney, where it comes free for Cameron Lee. He tried to make a move around Millen Evans, but ran into him as he lost the puck. And then Evans got almost pushed back into his bench. And now a long stretch pass and a race for the puck will be right at the red line, and it's going to be a good play. Aiden Melville got to it in the last moment. This is knocked down by the stick of Cameron Lee. A race to the puck, and a backhanded shot goes up into the netting as it was off the stick of the Watertown Lakers, and we get a whistle with 8:49 to go here in the first period.
Yeah, Watertown, I think you're seeing something that we're trying to get going in transition. Watertown does a really good job in the defensive zone when the puck's set up of really collapsing everyone to the middle. They're doing a lot of good job blocking shots and getting sticks on it. They had 3 blocks just in that last time that we were down here, so transition could be an important thing for us.
Watertown's got an advantage 6-5 in shots, so that one went on off the face-off, so it's now 6-6. Here's Cooper Beestrom, that shot it wide, maybe looking for a tip, and Vandenbos almost had his stick in the right place at the right time. Vandenbos has the puck back at the blue line, but that's intercepted and taken away by the Lakers as it's moved down by Melville. Beestrom will play it off the boards in front of the Capitals bench. This will just miss Marco, but it might have been enough to touch it to not allow icing. This is a bad catch on the pass. Logan Anderson almost took it away from the Lakers. Off the boards, held in by Aiden Beam. That's on the far side of the ice. Comes here to the corner on the near side. Anderson behind the net. Playing pitch and catch with Parmley. Out to the blue line where it's Bridger Babcock that mishandled the pass. And now it's a 2-on-1. It is Noldner moving in. Noldner with a shot. Glove save made by Youngworth. Didn't catch it cleanly, but the Capitals are able to play it off the boards and right back out of the zone. 3-on-2 the other way. That pass knocked down by Parmley. Moved up ahead, and Beam couldn't get the shots. Make that Cameron Lee. Or it was Beam that couldn't get the shot away. And now a couple players are tumbled down again. And it is grabbed by the Watertown Lakers. Out of the zone. The Lakers will move in. Jacob Holgate pushes it in. Hood goes and chases after it. Bridger Babcock will pin him to the boards. Their sticks get tied up. Up ahead for Kitts, who bounced off of the back of his skate. And now Kitts will move it here to the near side for Schweitzer. Touch pass for Dylan Dodson. He got to the red line, pushed it to the Watertown Laker blue line, and this will be tipped back into the zone by the Watertown Lakers. Bridger Babcock circles in front of his own net. His pass is going to be intercepted. And now it's Bailey Dornman that moves back in 1-on-2. Dornman with a quick shot. That was shouldered away by Youngworth going over the top of the cage. And then sent all the way down, which will result. No, it will not be an icing. The Watertown Lakers will touch it up, and Cole Nygaard. This will be sent down. There was a lifted stick, and then Youngworth will cover it up and finally get the whistle with 6:49 to go here in the first period.
Yeah, that was a lot of back and forth there. That was a lot of rush one way, rush the other way. Really, really good save. From our vantage point, really good save by Jackson on that 2-on-1. Really good labeled shot for the top corner, and he's able to get a glove on it.
It is Oahe and Watertown, and also here in a couple weekends, Oahe and Watertown, regardless of if they're playing against each other or not, Oahe and Watertown are affiliated in the radio broadcast and the video broadcast. This is a hit that goes down, and play continues at the blue line. This will be Elsher that will move it over, and it's intercepted as it went off the boards. That eventual Aiden Bowder had its hit off of his own teammate, and Owen O'Daniel trying to move the puck out of the zone. Now here's Millen Evans back in. Evans, the couple head fakes, then try to wrap around chance and went all the way to the other side, to the near side from the far side. Youngworth was struggling to find where the puck even went to, and now the net, I believe, is off its mooring, so we will get a whistle with 6:13 remaining here in the first period.
We got a crease call.
Crease call, okay. And so, go back to the point, Jim Lloyd is listening right now. Myself and Jim Lloyd will be making all the calls of the girls and boys varsity state tournament games, but he also said, is Coach Steele busy in March? And you actually are going to be busy in March.
Yeah, we'll be playing hockey out in Rapid City. Some really, really exciting mini-mite hockey, or termite. I'm not sure what they call it out there.
As I say, your daughter's going to be playing, and here's a giveaway right in front of the nets. But your daughter will be playing in those games out in Rapid City that weekend. This will be moved here to the near side for Logan Anderson. That shot goes off the side of the net. He goes hard in the boards. Comes out to the blue line where it's unable to be held in by Bridger Babcock. And now a pass moves up ahead and trying to fly into the zone. Good defensive play to knock the man down at Aiden Melville. That one from Aiden Beam. And the puck will go to the far side. Elsher will move it up the boards. Bouncing puck goes over the top of everybody's stick. And it'll move all the way down below the net. Aiden Beam will have it here on the far side half wall. The pass comes near the near side for Dodson. Chipped off of his stick into the offensive zone of the corner. Dodson will circle behind the net as the Caps complete their change on the fly. Triton Parmley to the near side for Kitts on the wall. Out to the blue line. Eldridge turns around, tipped on net, and a save made by Nygaard, and a juicy rebound, unable to be held in by Triton Parmley to get a shot away. Then Watertown will ice the puck with 4:58 to go here in the first period.
Yeah, really, really headsy play there by Eldridge there, just being able to spin, but he knows where Dylan's at because that shot's about 4 feet wide of the net to the short side, so you get the goalie moving to his middle, left to right, and you get Dylan there with that backdoor tip. Really, really sneaky play there, almost went.
Capitals are down in shots right now, 7-6, but it is still 0-0. The American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffleby scoreboard. Now we're back tied in shots as Dodson took that one from the top of the face-off circle and from the far side, and Nygaard makes the save.
Yeah, you know, and I think the risky part here for these last 5 minutes is the pace of this period. You can't afford a big mistake here to close the period on either side.
Cooper Beestrom a shot. That's in front, and another save made by Nygaard. That was another rebound that I think Schweitzer got a piece of, and Nygaard made two really good saves.
Yeah, he didn't quite get all of it. It was kind of fluttering, and he got a piece of it, but not quite enough. I think if he hits that solid, it goes in, but the fluttering actually got it up off the ice and made it easier for Nygaard.
This on the near side, the face-off win. Beestrom holds the zone at the blue line. Around to the far side, bouncing puck off the Zamboni doors at the blue line. Good one hand on the stick to keep the puck in the zone by Eldridge for a moment. And now the Watertown Lakers back in the offensive end. There's a shot attempt. Eldridge will lay the body on Holgate, and Holgate never really got a good shot away either. 4:20 to go here in the first period. It is a pass coming from Bridger Babcock or Jesse Eldridge up the ice, tipped in by Ian Schweitzer, and the Caps will try and make a quick change. Watertown also making a change from their defensive zone as Kosuski will move it into the offensive end, chasing after it. 7 goals for him on the season. This is played off the boards on the near side. Lee on the backhand out of the zone. Bouncing puck is intercepted. Dodson will have it. He'll circle at the blue line. Tries to throw it towards the back door for Lee. That shot by Lee goes off the back of the net. Goes to the corner on the far side. Lee trying to step through 2 different Watertown Laker players, and Jack Elsher comes away with the puck, but then lost it back out of the zone, and then Lee's dump in almost goes off the face mask of Tyler Roberts as the puck will come to the blue line, held in by Beam, and a shot from that blue line that Nygaard saw all the way, makes the save with 3:29 to go and gets the whistle.
Yeah, really impressed by both goalies so far. Both of them haven't really flinched at all. I mean, they've been very confident in net, very, very focused on everything. Nothing's caught either one by surprise.
And again, this is a win for one of these two teams. I guess there doesn't necessarily have to be a win, which would be still a win probably for Watertown. That a win can really jump those playoff chances high, as there's a shot from the blue line, save made again. Bridger Babcock took that chance, and Nygaard's now made his 11th save, and the Capitals are the last couple minutes of about 5 shots on goal in the last, I think, 2 minutes of action.
Yeah, and you know, one of the underrated plays here, Ian Schweitzer made a great tip just to get the puck deep a couple minutes ago, and then they made a really smart change, and that really got fresh legs out. The puck's been down here since.
Bridger Babcock dusts it off, and there's a glove save made by Nygaard again. He saw that one all the way. I don't know how he saw it all the way, but he saw it all the way to make another nice glove save.
Yeah, he's had, I mean, of his 12, half or so are probably all with the glove.
And they've been pretty good chances for the Capitals, too, with a lot of traffic or in front, as Watertown will win this faceoff, trying to alleviate the pressure, even with faceoffs. They've seen a lot of this action in their end of the ice right now. Here's Beam with a shot. That's a broken stick. It went right off the curve of the stick and broke it from the handle down. And this will go back behind the nets as Aiden Beam will grab it here for the Capitals. Pass on the far side, off the boards. Jim Netto moves it up ahead for Lee. His first chance to try and dump the puck in, didn't go. Now the Capitals with a couple guys towing the blue line. Here's Beam now with it. That shot was off of a stick and going wide. Here on the nearest side where the Watertown Lakers pick it up. That was an odd sequence that kind of got Watertown standing around watching the puck a little bit. Out for Parmley. He'll dust it off, and that shot is save made with 2:26 to go here in the first period.
Yeah, you know, again, we've really done a great job here maintaining control in the Watertown zone these last 3 minutes. Shots were 7-6 about 4 minutes ago, 13-7 now. Hopefully we can find a way to crack them here in the last 2.5.
It was a big potential first goal as that one went just wide of Nygaard, and Vandenbos was almost on the doorstep with it. And this pass comes out of the zone for Millen Evans. He'll send it across for Roberts, just a bit too far in front of his outstretched arms on his stick, as the near side puck will be in the corner. Beestrom, he loses the puck in the corner, dives on it, and there's a high check where Logan Anderson almost had his skates up high in the air. As Millen Evans now will grab it back to the blue line where Jet Van Gilder has it. He'll wait. That shot was tipped and went wide. Back behind the net. Is back behind the near side. Out to the blue line. Jorgensen can't handle the pass. It goes out of the zone. Jorgensen will play it off the glass. Right back into the zone for Millen Evans. On his backhand, he'll turn to his forehand. Got a shot away, and that was a kick save by Cooper Beestrom. He kicked it away, and he got up into the netting for a whistle.
Yeah, really good play by Cooper there, staying with Evans as he crossed the ice left to right. He saw that we were on a change, saw that it was a 3-on-2, but made the decision to stick with him, to delay, hopefully give time for those guys coming off the bench to get into the play.
And you look at what this Watertown Laker team is. Millen Evans, 19 goals. Nobody else has more than 10 on this Watertown Laker team. So he is their goal scorer, and you know when those goal scorers are on the ice. Here's another pass up ahead for Keegan Kitts. He'll move in, try to stop and start on Elsher, but had a good stick to Elsher to keep that chance away as the Capitals almost were able to break free on a partial breakaway for Kitts. This is Beam at the red line, trying to find the puck. He does, gives it to Dodson. At the blue line as Dodson carries it in. His backhand will send it wide of the net as it got to the corner, but it will be played around by Elsher with 1 minute to go here in the first period. This pass out to the blue line is going to be intercepted by the Capitals and played back to the corner as Sutton can't find the handle of it. Sutton gets it back, though, and will send it around the boards to the far side, and it's tipped along, and Holgate will help get that puck somewhat out of the zone and is pushed right back in. The Capitals are allowing Watertown to get farther than a couple feet away from the blue line. Here's a tough angle shot, and somehow this was caught by Nygaard off the side of his glove. He almost turned his glove around, which could have dropped the puck in the net, and Dodson would have scored from below the goal line.
Yeah, I mean, you saw that happen earlier with Schweitzer, I believe, from the opposite corner. When he's on the post, he leans forward, and there's just a little bit exposed in that upper corner.
This will be to the blue line, the face-off win. Beestrom, as he's going to the ground or going to the ice, was able to hold it in as he gets to the behind the net where Dodson grabs it, trying to get it back out in front for Lee, and then we get a whistle with the net dislodged with 24.8 to go here in the first period.
Need to get the piranha pegs out.
It's not been so bad. We've had games before where it felt like every time the puck was dropped, we had another net dislodge. This one hasn't been horrible.
I think he's telling him you got 24 seconds. Let's get through this and we'll water them in the next period.
As Cameron Lee, there's a shot on from Dodson. Another right pad save made by Nygaard. 15 seconds to go in the period. Evans had fallen over as the puck was underneath him. Roberts, he was able to kick it to Roberts, and then the pass is intercepted. Good play by Jesse Eldridge. Now Dodson near side with 5 seconds to go in the corner, trying to find a way to get a pass out in front. It is in front. Save was made, and then the puck went free and the period expired. And the Capitals really dominated that second half, and not really even the second half, just the final 6 minutes. Really dominated the final 6 minutes of that first period.
Yeah, I think it was about 5.5 or 5:45. Shots were 7-6, finishing the period 16-7. So 10 shots to close the period there in the last 5 to 6 minutes. And again, a lot of high quality ones. I mean, Nygaard's had a really spectacular end to that period.
It is 0-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffleby and scoreboard. This is a playoff game. No score after the end of the first. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube. And you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Discover the difference with Kathy Sunshine Properties. With 50 years of experience and their local expertise, both as agents and neighbors, Kathy and her team are here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, the trusted professionals at Kathy Sunshine Properties will listen to your needs and help you find the perfect fit.
Join the countless satisfied clients who have turned their real estate
dreams into reality. Go Caps!
Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre or visit their website at comtechplus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits, and gravy. They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota.
Gear up for an exhilarating winter season with Beck Motor Company, your local Chevy dealer and proud supporter of sports in our community. Whether you're hitting the rink or hitting the road, trust Chevy's lineup of dependable vehicles to take you there in style. We are here for all your automotive needs. Stop by our showroom at 1905 North Garfield in Pierre or explore our inventory online at www.beck-motors.com. Proudly serving our community for 55 years. We're making a great deal better. Beck Motor Company, Pierre, 605-224-5912.
Have you assessed the condition of your roof at your home or business? Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters can help. Since 2010, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters has been helping their customers in Pierre, Fort Pierre, and all surrounding areas. With over 20 years experience, the professionals at Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters know how to get the job done. Specializing in all types of roofing, they'll make sure to find the right fit for you and your home. Give them a call at 605-280-9797 or get a free quote on their website at dakotastормroofing.com. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters, reliable roofing for your peace of mind.
Hi, this is Jesse Eldridge, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back here at the Expo Center as the Oahe Capitals and Watertown Lakers. It is 0-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard at the end of the first period. 16-7 in shots. Those are your stats of the first period. No penalties, no goals. Jackson Youngworth made 7 saves on 7 shots. Cole Nygaard's made 16 saves on 16 shots. That
sounds like playoff hockey.
It sounds like
in a
playoff
lot of ways.
hockey.
Maybe a few more shots, but arms stay down, relatively clean game, high pace, high pressure. That's what you want.
Outside of maybe a second period or a third period happening something similar like this, I don't know if I've ever gotten into a first intermission and had said that there's usually a penalty, at least one, maybe a trip somewhere, but there's no penalties. There's nothing. There's literally my sheet has 16 and 7 for shots on goal, and everything else was all pregame stuff that I wrote on there. I've written nothing else on that sheet all first period.
This game, it's an easy game for you.
Some would say I'm overpaid every game. I get paid too much to do what I'm doing because a lot of people would say the $1 is too much. But but both goalies are playing very well. They're being underpaid in the game like tonight right now. So, and for Youngworth making 7 saves, some would say, well, only 7 saves, but they've been some pretty good shots and pretty good saves. Obviously, Nygaard with 16 saves. The Caps have had good offensive pressure. This has been a good start for Oahe.
It has, really outside. Jackson might have had the 2 most difficult saves with the breakaway and the 2-on-1 there that were both really grade A opportunities. But the puck was definitely, I think it was back and forth a lot for the first, 11, 12 minutes. The last 5, it was pretty clearly Tar right in the Watertown zone. And again, they dominated possession. They dominated zone time. They dominated shots on goal for the end of that period. The way that finishes, Watertown's really, really happy getting in 0-0.
Yeah, and for the Caps, and again, you can't be frustrated at 0-0. Even though the Caps were the better team, playing 0-0, I think you still, especially where this game is at and what this game means, that there's no frustration, right? There should be no frustration for the Capitals in the locker room right now.
Yeah, no, all you need right now is you need to make sure that you don't give up those 2 chances that they gave up. You don't want to have Jackson bail them out. You don't want to put him in that position 2 more times in the second and 2 more times in the third. But if you put up 48 shots, high odds 1 goes in if you can keep playing. Because I thought the Caps played really, really well, other than those 2 hiccups on their own side of the ice here. Really good in transition. They probably will need to figure something out. I'd assume Watertown makes an adjustment to that backside play where they've been coming around the net looking for that backside stretch pass to Kitts. They had one to Dylan on this side. So, maybe they're going to keep that other guy. We got to look for a middle lane. But, hopefully we'll see what the chess pieces are and how they move them.
Well, we are one of many games this weekend across the state in both boys and girls varsity, as the girls varsity will end their regular season this weekend. We'll talk scores from around the state coming up here as our first intermission report continues. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey. It is 0-0 at the end of the first period. Hawaii Capitals Hockey here on Capital City Rock, and watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627. Discover the ultimate driving experience at Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. With our extensive lineup of vehicles, including reliable sedans, rugged SUVs, and powerful trucks, finding your perfect match has never been easier. Plus, our dedicated team is committed to providing top-notch customer service, ensuring your satisfaction every step of the way. Visit us today and experience the excellence at Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota. River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
Walking together in faith, living together in faith, working together in faith, that's who we are.
Hi, this is Pastor Sam Hanschke. I hope that our athletes have an excellent and successful season. I pray that God would continue to richly bless them. I invite you to join me in praying for our athletes during the year.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
AGE Corporation has been building South Dakota for nearly 60 years. For all your site work, construction, and crane needs, AGE is there for you. If you need a boat dock and dock lighting, AGE has what you need. Visit their website, agecorp.com, or give them a call at 223-2732. AGE Corporation, providing high-quality services without sacrificing safety. Visit agecorp.com or call 223-2732. Pizza Ranch of Fort Pierre is a proud supporter of the Oahe Capitals hockey. Bring your crew to the ranch. We have hot buffet options, including legendary pizza, the country's best chicken, savory sides, nutritious salads, and delicious desserts. Perched right on the river, our Fort Pierre Pizza Ranch is only minutes away from the South Dakota State Capitol building and from the Expo Center, home of the Oahe Capitals. The Pizza Ranch in Fort Pierre.
Hi, this is Captain Keegan Kitts, and you're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back, we continue our first intermission report here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Looking at scores from around the states, it is for girls hockey right now. It is a A 3-2 win for the Sioux Center Storm over the Mitchell Marlins as they win 3-2. That's their 5th win of the season. And that 5th win, the Watertown Lakers can no longer get up to 8th place. So their best that they can do is 7th. They're playing Rushmore in 3. So they're battling for 7th and 8th. Sioux Center is in 6th. Now the Marlins still could end up in the 4 seed, but they can no longer and most likely will not get the 3 seed, being that they would have had to win all 3 games, and they would lose even if they beat Sioux Center again. They're playing Sioux Falls, so that probably doesn't help for them to get to that potential 3 seed. So the Capitals, the girls are playing Brookings tomorrow. Brookings is already number 2. Sioux Falls is already number 1. But if the Caps can win both, and Aberdeen loses in regulation to Sioux Falls, the Caps can still get the 3 seed going into the state tournament. If they lose one of those games, or if Aberdeen goes to overtime with Sioux Falls, the Caps will be in the 4-5 matchup with the Mitchell Marlins. In boys hockey, is a 3-0 lead right now for Brookings over Mitchell. The only other game going on tonight is our game, which is 0-0 at the end of 1 period. We got the 2nd period on the way next. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Hi, Jason here from Leisure Palace Pool, Spa, and Patio. We invite you to come in and see our expanded new location, 400 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Transform your new space into the best in industry hot spring, caldera, and free flow spas, and let the stress melt away. Or maybe it's an infrared sauna. Don't miss out. Also check out our pool tables, darts, fire tables, and outdoor furniture. Visit us today for the perfect blend of relaxation and entertainment. And as always, at the guaranteed lowest price.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help. Becky Potsaba and State Farm Insurance are here to help you with your insurance and banking needs. State Farm's not just insurance. It's banking, investments, IRAs, loans, and a whole lot more. We offer guidance in a personal and caring way that helps you manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and find ways to control costs so you can realize your dreams. We know how life is, and we're here for you. Stop in to see Becky at 1315 East Wells Avenue in Pierre, or call Becky at 224-4173. Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Hi, this is Dylan Dotson, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back here to the Expo Center, John Wickler alongside Steve Steele as we get set for the 2nd period. Before we get the 2nd period underway, we want to pass along our deepest sympathies to the Davis-Ambach family. Kim Davis obviously was well known around as a teacher, as a great friend, and obviously part of the hockey community as well. Clay Ambach, stepmom for Kim Davis, stepmom to Clay Ambach, part of the hockey community. She's part of every community, every sports community in Pierre, and she's going to be sorely missed, and I know that you've been able to get to know her, and everybody in the community has got to know her.
Yeah, it's such a hard deal, and obviously thoughts and prayers for everybody, not just in the families, especially to the families, but I know there was a gym tonight that didn't feel quite the same either. So really, really tough deal, and I was happy to see the game over there end in a win, hopefully for her as well, and it's a big win over there. But yeah, definitely someone that this community is going to miss already.
Absolutely. So we are underway here for the second period, and it is the Watertown Lakers that will have that first possession. There's no easy transition back into a game, but we will get back to the game, as this will be on the far side for the Watertown Lakers. Jacob Holgate will move it along. Aiden Beam will grab it at the blue line. That was a good defensive play there from Beam, and a backhand pass over for Keegan Kitts. Kitts was able to slow that down, grab the handle of it as he'll go to the corner and back behind the boards for Colin Mole. And Mole will move it up to the far side, as trying to throw a hip check was Dylan Dodson, but Mole's just a bit too quick. Now Mole's shot, it was off of a body, and it was slowed down, and Youngworth was able to get his right pad on it and then glove it out of midair to keep the rebound attempts.
Yeah, that was a really, really good shot. That looked a lot like the Nathan McKinnon goal, just a little bit off of a rush. Coming in, moving left to right, and then shooting back towards the left, adding a deflection. I mean, that was a really good job by Jackson, being able to track that all the way through.
As this will be moved up by the Capitals, as this will get out of the zone. And it'll be down the ice, a blown tire in front of Nygaard. And that was a scary spot for Jorgensen, who had fallen over right in front of Nygaard. Bridger Babcock overskated the puck, and then he took a hit from Kasuski. And it'll be here at the blue line, where Tyler Roberts, his backhanded attempt to move it up the ice was intercepted by Cameron Lee and sent all the way back down into the corner, where Jet Van Gilder will lose the puck, as the Capitals will have it back. Out to the blue line. Eldridge made a move around one man, and then it was Tyler Roberts that will send it down the ice, and a race for it. Bridger Babcock will win the race for it. Millen Evans will try and take the puck away from him, but Babcock's able to hang tough and sends it out of the zone, where it's grabbed by Jet Van Gilder. He'll bring it right back into the offensive end. Van Gilder's shot was blocked, and it goes into the corner, where Bridger Babcock, that centering pass off of a couple of sticks, and it bounced over Millen Evans, who was standing in the high slot open. And then at the blue line, this is settled down by Cameron Lee. Moved it just a bit too far ahead of Logan Anderson, but then taking it back behind the net and losing it. Asher Vandenbos grabbed it. It was Kasuski that lost the puck behind his own net. But they don't turn it over in a dangerous spot where they're able to get it out of the zone, as Cooper Beestrom now from behind his own net will move it over for Logan Anderson. Would overskate that momentarily, and now it's off of the stick. Evans will try and send it across, and it was off of a stick, might have gone off of Youngworth's stick, who tried to poke check it away. Far side boards. This will be grabbed by the Watertown Lakers. Roberts for Evans. Good defensive play to collapse on him. There's a shot that's blocked by Vandenbos. He knew he wasn't going to get to the puck, so he went for the block and was able to block the shot of Jorgensen. Jesse Eldridge, that's a great defensive play there for Vandenbos.
That was a really good selfless play, laying down in front. He knew the guys behind him had just collapsed over. Really, really good play.
Here's a nice offensive play from Logan Anderson, who had carried it in and then eventually goes offside, and we get a whistle with 14-17 to go here in the second period.
Yeah, that was a really, really good defensive set there by the Caps. Not just with Asher making a good shot block there, but really good coverage in front of the net. Really good rotation from all the different defensemen there, getting around and getting that puck out of the zone.
This will be here for the Watertown Lakers, out of the zone, and it's Cooper Beestrom that will flip it back in, and it'll go all the way down the ice for Colton Sutton to grab behind his own net, and his pass for Elsher. That'll be moved over, as this will be off the side of the net and grabbed by Cole Nygaard, and we get a whistle with 13:58 to go here in period number 2.
Yeah, really kind of interesting start to the period on this side. You know, last period we really saw Watertown condense their defensive zone. Now, I mean, we just had 3 guys below and 2 wingers wide and high. The middle was wide open. So we'll have to see if that was an adjustment or if that was just a coincidence.
Here's on the far side, that pass from Kitts and too far in front of Dodson. And now it's moved back the other way, as a Dorneman will send it wide of Youngworth, as he'll get it back behind the own net, the Oahe net. And here on the near side, Kitts will grab it. He'll fight off of a stick, and then Ian Schweitzer will get to the red line. Goes to the near side of the blue line, will dump it in as Kitts was tagging up right at the last moment. And then Sutton that will move it up the board, somehow miss the skate of Kitts. And then Jacob Holgate moves it out of the zone off the boards to himself. Pushes it along. He was cut off by Aiden Beam, fell over, and then Beestrom lost the handle of the puck. Colin Mole has it, and Mole tried to take it back from Beestrom. And then this is sent to the blue line where it's held in by Elsher. Didn't have enough on it to get out of the zone. Popped high up in the air. Now a chance for a 2-on-1, but Schweitzer late on his shift has to go off. Here is Kitts moving in, 1-on-1, and he couldn't make that deke around Colton Sutton. And then there's a big check. That play will continue. Dylan Dodson laid a big check to the boards. He ended up laying out Aiden Melville. As it will be Colton Sutton now that will have it. Throws it across ice. Out of the zone, bouncing puck, lands right in front of us, in front of the penalty table as well. And Bridger Babcock will send it back down the zone. Cole Nygaard left the puck. It's grabbed by the Capitals. This one will be sent over towards the front of the net. It was blockered away by Nygaard off the side of the net. And this will be moved up where it's intercepted by Bowder. Capitals are trying to hem in the Watertown Lakers. They have not had a shot on goal in almost the first 5 minutes. Bridger Babcock, there's a shot, there's a save, and it goes off the side of the goalpost. And then the puck comes back in front. Nygaard, I think, makes the glove save, but the net had been dislodged before that. And that would have been a wild sequence if the puck had gone in the net after Nygaard had, and of course he didn't do it on purpose, but he had pushed the net off his moorings, and then almost the Caps with Dodson they were wide open in the front of the net.
Well, and Jesse's shot, he kind of just, Bridger made that pass over and he shot it kind of cross net and it got deflected and then it hit that post square.
Jesse Eldridge will push it to the corner. I think he was trying to get a shot away, but he partially feigned on it, got to the corner, and now it's Bridger Babcock that will grab it here for the Capitals as he'll circle in front of his own net, and that pass was blocked off the skates of Roberts. Now it comes back here to the near side, towards the top of the zone. Evans holds it in. This is kicked by the Capitals to get it out of their own end of the ice again. And then misplayed by Jorgensen. Cameron Lee's going to win the race all day, and that shot and a save made by Nygaard, and he was crashing for his own rebound, but Nygaard swallowed up with 11:36 to go in the second.
Yeah, and little things like that. I mean, he put it right in the stomach area there, but those not being rebounds are such an important trait for a goalie, because if that's a rebound, Cam was on top of it quite literally. So great job by Nygaard again, not letting anything come off that.
Aiden Beam one-timer goes wide of the net after that pass came from Cooper Beestrom. Here's side of the net shot attempt, and we get the whistle again with a net
crease
violation. Looked like the net came off its pegs, but I think it did too. Are they calling for?
Oh, maybe they're calling for something else. I thought he pointed out into the neutral zone but he could have been pointing for the Piranhas for some new pegs.
Get some new pegs to maybe tighten up that goal. And Nygaard's the guy. He's a big guy.
He's a big guy, and he pushes off the post really, really well. That's a good thing. Not trying to push the post off, pushing off the post, having to go side to side. You get a big, strong kid like him being able to push off side to side. Those posts better be in there, otherwise they're not going to stay in there very long.
I don't know what it is about Watertown and big goalies that they have, but there's one a couple years ago, and I feel terrible that I'm forgetting his name right now. McBride, yep. And he
wasn't bad.
Yeah, he was pretty good. You are listening to KCCR FM Blood at Riverfront Broadcasting Station. He was one of the best goalies in the state for a couple years, and
I think he was about 23 when he graduated high school. It seemed like you'd heard about him so long, that it's just like, gosh, is he like an 11th year varsity player? When's his contract run out?
He frustrated the Capitals a lot over his varsity career. He may not have frustrated every team, but he definitely frustrated the Capitals throughout his career.
Yeah, he was a special one. There was a few of those goalies over the years, but his name is definitely one of them that you'll always remember as one of the best.
And of course, everybody's a little bit taller and bigger on skates, but he went from being a giant to a massive giant on skates.
Yeah, I mean, he was the high school version of a Vasilevsky, just a giant mountain in net.
Here is a shot from the blue line after we get the new Piranhas on the ice, as Ian Schweitzer tried to touch it. That puck is still loose, and then we finally get a whistle. I think it was knocked loose by the stick of Schweitzer. A little bit of a late whistle, but a whistle nonetheless with 11:18 to go here in the second period.
See, and this is the point where we've got to be careful here. You're starting to see a little bit of frustration come up here with the Caps, just from the net coming off and a quick whistle there. A couple of these shots, we just got to stick with it. We're still playing really good hockey.
Out to the blue line, Bistrom is able to hold it in, played around the boards to try and start the cycle as Ian Schweitzer will try and move it for Kitts. His pass was intercepted, then he intercepted the pass right back that way. Kitts tried to find the handle on it, but then he goes down as Jack Elsher comes away with it. That pass blocked by Schweitzer. He'll send it back in as the Capitals will tag back up. That's a good defensive back check by Schweitzer and put it right back in the offensive zone. This will be sent all the way down for an icing with 10:45 to go here in the second period. Playoff hockey, Schweitzer diving and blocking a pass at the Watertown blue line. Not his own blue line or not right in front of his own net. He's blocking a pass, diving for it at the offensive blue line.
Well, and you're talking about a young kid, his first year on varsity. That's why he's where he is. I mean, he's working himself into that big of a role, and I had to laugh quick because Keegan stepped on the puck in the corner there. That's why he went down. You could see it just like you step on a bar of soap in the shower.
This will be moved here. Never mind. This will be sent down the zone. This will actually, thought it was going to end up in the Watertown bench. Here is now Bridger Babcock as he'll carry it out of the zone by himself all the way to the offensive end. He'll push it towards the net. Nygaard will get a stick on it, and then it's played back to the corner where it was Babcock that had it for a moment. Comes out of the zone by Elsher. Take that by Melville. And now it's Jesse Eldridge, that defenseman, will bring it back in the offensive end. Asher Vandenbos gets a stick to it. He goes down, but can't find the handle of the puck. Out to the blue line, Bridger Babcock holds it in. That shot had some eyes, but it was tipped wide by Vandenbos. And it's now Logan Anderson. Vandenbos again into the corner. Comes out to the blue line. Eldridge. He'll send it back towards the net. It was blocked. Melville. He'll send it out of the zone, and that one will be the first penalty as Eldridge will get called for an interference as he laid the body a split second too early to keep that from being a penalty.
Yeah, the puck was kind of just coming by, but I think he was just a little bit too early, just like football, a little early contact draws a PI, so very similar.
So the first penalty of the game goes against the Capitals, and it comes almost at the halfway point of this hockey game.
You're just so excited you got to write something down finally.
That is the first thing I've written down since the only other thing were two numbers of 16 and 7 and shots on goal in the first period. So here's our first power play of the day. Millen Evans with a pass over for Elsher. And now it's back to Elsher at the blue line. Quick passing by the Watertown Lakers. Shot from the far side goes wide of Youngworth. He has made just one save so far in this second period. This will be a pass far side again. That one looking for a backdoor feed, and it was blocked by a stick of the Capitals.
We got to watch that backside.
Millen Evans back here near side for Elsher.
It is.
Backdoor feed again for Kosuski, and then he fanned on that shot attempt. Kosuski behind the net, trying to center one off the paddle of Youngworth, then cleared out by the Capitals. Caps love to go that backdoor feed as well on the power play, and sometimes when it works so well for you, you stumble to try and stop it yourself. Here's Aiden Beam, short-handed back in. Beam with a shot and a save made. And the Watertown Lakers will try and quickly regroup. They turn it over. Dodson in front with a shot and a save made by Nygaard. Dodson took a check after he put that shot on by Kosuski. Two really good looks there for the Capitals, short-handed. Here at the Watertown bench, offensive zone here for Evans. That shot blocked by the stick of Dodson. He'll send it down the ice. That comes out of the zone. It was blocked by Melville, but it did come out. So Watertown has to regroup, and then they'll send it back in wide of Youngworth off the glass, where it's now picked back up into the corner. Jake Roots, Millen Evans with 25 seconds remaining here in the second period, or in the power play, with 8 minutes to go in the second period. That shot off the side of the net.
That's off.
As the play continues, even with the net dislodged right now, this will be set. Try to send it around. Now the Capitals will have it, and they will move it out of the zone. Dylan Dodson will have it. Dodson brings it in. That shot and a save made. Nygaard somehow comes away with it as he made a toe save and a glove save. And we get a whistle with 7:46 to go and 3 seconds remaining on the power play. The Capitals will end up out shooting Watertown on this power play 3-1.
Yeah, really good effort there. Great shift on the kill there by Dylan. A couple really good opportunities. Had the one really good opportunity that was fanned on by Watertown when they go across ice there on the power play. It's a little bit different than what we've seen from the Caps with their backside shooter staying a little bit higher, so he doesn't get low enough where the defender, he gets on that radar. He's kind of on the radar of the top guy.
Coach McMullen was telling the referee the same thing you're saying up here. The net was off just a little bit.
I'm just happy they didn't score while the net was off.
Right. I think Youngworth had fixed it by the time that the referee got down there. We're back to 5-on-5. Shot goes wide by Millville as they get back in the offensive zone. Just one shot on goal, that power play for the Watertown Lakers. Here's Logan Anderson that brings it back in the offensive end. Anderson swings wide on a shot and a save made by Nygaard. And at some point, well, I guess we don't necessarily have to have it, but at some point you think one of these goalies is going to crack, and you hope that's the team in black and not the team in white.
Yeah, I mean, and again, that one was on the ice, got it with the stick, and still didn't give up a rebound. Again, very, very impressed by how Nygaard's performing today.
We do talk about a playoff atmosphere and a playoff type game. Well, there aren't playoff overtime rules quite yet. There's a shot and a save made. Rebound is loose, and it will eventually be covered by Nygaard as he holds his glove up saying, I got it. We get a whistle with 7:15 to go here in the second period. Now, obviously, we still got a period and a half. We got a half a game left to go before we get to overtime. But there is that possibility that we don't have to have a winner here in this hockey game.
Yeah, you get the feeling that it's going to come down to the end, though.
This shot was blocked. Bridger Babcock took the shot. Mole had the block shot. He was racing after the puck, and then he'll touch it offside as it was sent back in by the Lakers, and we get a whistle with 7:01 to go here in the second period. Still no score.
Dramatically different period, though. I think that this period has been a little bit more safe on both sides. I know shots are still I think it's 8-2 this period. But, I mean, it's definitely been a little bit more controlled period.
This will be at the blue line. Kasuski will move it in. Pass goes across. Evans with a shot up high. Youngworth was sprawling out to try and make the save and unable as it went just high. And this will be here Aiden Bowder that gets it back in the offensive end. Bowder, he tries to tie it up, is now Cameron Lee with a toe drag, a deke move that he couldn't keep the handle of it. Now Millen Evans carries it back in. Evans with a shot that was blocked. Evans still with it in the corner. Evans behind the net. Aiden Beam tried to cancel him out, but he continues to move the puck, and a good stick lift there by Beam, and now it's flipped off the glass, erase the puck. It'll go on net, so there will be no icing, and Nygaard will cover it up to get the whistle with 6:15 to go here in the second period.
Yeah, but this just felt like a little bit more of a choppy period. There hasn't been as much in transition outside of the first minute or two. A lot more whistles, it seems like, this period, too. I know the first period felt like it went slow, but the action was back and forth, where I think you've seen the teams tighten up a little bit in the defensive zones.
This will be behind the nets. Ian Schweitzer had it for a moment, played it off the glass. Colin Mole will throw it in front of his Watertown teammate, and Dorman trying to get the puck to him, and it results in an icing with 6:04 to go here in the second period. Seeing more the student section filling up a little bit more, coming from the girls basketball game, which they picked up a big win against the Mitchell Colonels, and a 1-point win. That's a big one for them
getting out of home Sodak, hopefully.
I was going to say, doesn't necessarily guarantee, because they still got 4 games to play over this next week in one day, but that really helps solidify a good shot that they're going to be a home team in the Sodak 16 game. Here's Ian Schweitzer off the face-off win. He grabs it. Schweitzer tried to roof it, and a save was made by Nygaard. Back behind the net, here is Dodson looking for maybe the Michigan. Didn't find the handle on it to pick it up right away, so he canceled that out of his mind. Here's Dodson with a shot, and a save is made as he got in front of the net with a lot of traffic. Dodson still picks up the puck on the far side, and then eventually lost it, as they'll get to the blue line, where it's going to be Landry Van Rokel that will send it back in. And then at the blue line again, a couple players will battle for it here right in front of the Capitals bench as they're trying to find the handle of it. It comes free as Kitts puts it back into the offensive end. This will be played off the boards. Dornman just behind him. It will go all the way down. There is no icing, though. And this will be taken here for the Capitals another time, as this will be sent out of the zone, trying to get that stretch pass to Kitts. And then the Watertown Lakers. Nope, this was touched, so there is no icing again. Here to the near side, Kasuski will grab the puck, but Kitts lifted his stick. Van Rokel into the corner with Evans. Evans trying to center. Roberts with a shot that goes wide of Youngworth. Goes off the side of the net. Now it's back behind the cage. And then that pass was blocked by the diving Cooper Beestrom. And then a centering pass for Kasuski goes off of his stick as he was in front alone.
Really good play by Cooper there, sliding over. Jackson wasn't sure which puck or which side of the net the puck was coming out. Cooper stops that centering pass that would have resulted in a goal.
As Jet Van Gilder is able to hold it in the blue line in front of his own bench, and Dylan Dodson grabs the puck, trying to stretch it out far side as Schweitzer has it. Late on a shift, sends it back over to Dodson as they carry the attack. This is a Dodson in front, a save made, rebound is still there. Another save by Nygaard. And the pass comes out of the zone by the Watertown Lakers. Bridger Babcock will grab it here for the Caps as he'll circle behind his own nets. His pass tipped by the stick of Vandenbos. This goes all the way down, and it will not be an icing at the last moment. And Millen Evans lost the puck to Jesse Eldridge. Eldridge trying to move in as he goes down. And play continues. Off the boards in front of the Capitals bench. 2-on-1 developing. Roberts moves in. Another diving play by the Capitals and Triton Parmley. The forward finds a great defensive play.
LBRB.
Here is a Parmley.
Yeah, LBRB.
Video game logic comes into play. As this will be Asher Vandenbos that lost the puck. Moved back in by the Watertown Lakers. Here's Mole with a shot. Save is made. Was not caught cleanly by Youngworth. The play continues over to the corner with 3:10 to go here in the second period. This is a centering pass that was off the stick of Holgate. Around it comes here to the near side. Elsher holds it in the zone. The defenseman will step behind the nets. Youngworth swung his paddle out to try and knock the puck away. Pass goes out to Dorman. Played it off the boards. Dorman's shot was going wide off the skate of Youngworth. And it'll come here to the near side again where the Caps are trying to get the puck out of the zone. Dorman is right at his feet, but he was looking at pushing Vandenbos. Mole picked it up for the Lakers, and Mole now has it back again. Mole trying to stuff it in front, and Youngworth is able to get the whistle and a couple of extra pushes.
Yeah, there's going to be one here on us. Cross check here. I think Logan Anderson went in to defend with 2 hands on his stick, and unfortunately that's going to be 2 for cross checking here.
So the Caps will pick up a penalty, trying to keep that front of the net protected, but a cross check called against Anderson. And that's one you don't want to take at the end of the second period. Obviously, Anderson's intentions were not, one, to get a penalty, but to protect his goalie, protect the front of the net, but turns into a mistake right now for the Capitals. That the first time they looked good on that penalty kill. Only one shot against.
Changes your mentality a little bit here. Now you've got to really play safe here these last 2 minutes. Make sure you get out of this penalty kill.
Far side, that backdoor feed for Evans trying to tip it in. It went wide, and it comes out of the zone as Jack Elsher has it back at the red line. Elsher, he runs into Dodson, and then the battle with 2 sticks, and Colin Mole wins it from Dodson. Then he floats it towards the net, and Youngworth's able to cover that up for the whistle with 10:08 to go here in the second period. So already a shot on goal on this power play where they only had just one the first time the Lakers had a power play.
Yeah, well, and I said that the Caps, we really got to find a way to get through this one because this is kind of, I mean, they only had 8 shots for the longest time in this period, and I think they've put 4 or 5 up here these last couple minutes. They're kind of getting a strong push to close the period here.
This will be sent all the way down here by the Capitals. If you've been wondering why I haven't said the score of this game, it's because there isn't one. 0-0. It's been that way since, obviously, the opening puck drop. 0-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. 1:50 remaining here in the second period. 1:15 to go on the second power play for the Watertown Lakers. Jack Elsher will move it in the offensive end. Millen Evans with the shot. That's off the paddle of Youngworth as it gets to the corner. Still held in by the Lakers, but a good defensive play by Dodson. He'll send it down the ice as he will come off the ice. Well, at least Aiden Bowder will come off the ice. Dodson will look to still attack shorthanded as the puck is grabbed by Elsher. He'll skate a circle around Dodson, away from Dodson, and then it's a pass going across ice for Bailey Dornman. Dornman moves in, gets to his forehand, tries to throw it in front of the nets, and nobody was home for the Lakers. And the Capitals out to the blue line, can't get it out of the zone. There's a shot attempt that's blocked by Beam, and then it's held in by Van Gilder. Far side pass goes over off the boards, and now it's grabbed by Dodson with 1 minute to go here in the second period. Dodson moves in 1-on-2, shorthanded. Doesn't find any numbers. He'll carry it out like it's 3-on-3 overtime and move it over for Eldridge, who moved it back in the offensive zone. Dodson looking to attack shorthanded still as his stick was being lifted. And now Dodson again, there's a couple players tumbling, and now we will get a whistle. And is it going to be Dodson that gets the penalty called against him? Looks like it's going to be against Watertown. Well, it will be.
I can't tell if he's taking them both or not.
I think he's taking both of them.
He looks like he had two fingers out there. Yep.
Yep, both guys are going to go. The hook is called.
Oh, never mind.
The slash is called on Dodson. And so right now they have it up for Jake Root that got called for the hook. But with 39 seconds to go.
Yeah, I didn't quite see what happened there. I didn't see what he called. I know he called a slash.
It was a hook. It was a hook on Root and then a slash on Dodson.
Okay.
Yep. It does not result in. It's still 5-on-4 for 4 seconds, and then it'll be 5-on-5.
Yeah, they shouldn't be putting these ones up. These should go down. It should stay 5-on-4 here.
And Keegan Kidd's trying to plead his case that Dodson shouldn't have the penalty, but it will not be one, and it'll be an offensive zone face-off, which should it will become just outside of the Watertown Laker blue line. And then
yeah, we should take these two off the board here.
But either way, right now, with where the face-off is at, should pretty much kill the penalty against Logan Anderson, which will get back to 5-on-5. The Watertown Lakers win the face-off. So with 33 seconds to go, back to 5-on-5. Evans with a wraparound chance that was stopped by Youngworth. And the second opportunity was shot wide. And Anderson, who's out of the penalty box, will dump it in the offensive zone and go chase after with 20 seconds remaining here in the period. Anderson sends it to the blue line. Bridger Babcock pulls it in the zone. That shot going wide. Triton Parmley puts it to the corner for Vandenbos with 10 seconds to go in the period. This is chipped away from Vandenbos. Stick lift of Evans trying to find the puck with 4 seconds to go. And Kosuski will give it to Evans, and that will take us to the end of the second period. Still no scoring on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard as the Capitals outshoot the Lakers in that second period 12-7. And have a 28-14 lead in shots, but it is 0-0 at the end of 2 periods. Good hockey game so far through these 2 periods. We'll step aside. We'll come back with the second intermission report coming up after this. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
Pizza Ranch of Fort Pierre is a proud supporter of the Oahe Capitals hockey. Bring your crew to the ranch. We have hot buffet options, including legendary pizza, the country's best chicken, savory sides, nutritious salads, and delicious desserts. Perched right on the river, our Fort Pierre Pizza Ranch is only minutes away from the South Dakota State Capitol building and from the Expo Center, home of the Oahe Capitals. The Pizza Ranch in Fort Pierre. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff Lathrop of Pierre First United Methodist Church, and I'd like to invite you to join us in person for worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. You can also join us on Facebook Live or on KCCR 1240 AM or 98.9 FM for our Sunday morning broadcast at 11 a.m. Come worship with us at First United Methodist Church, where you will find open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
AGE Corporation has been building South Dakota for nearly 60 years. For all your site work, construction, and crane needs, AGE is there for you. If you need a boat dock and dock lighting, AGE has what you need. Visit their website, agecorp.com, or give them a call at 223-2732. AGE Corporation, providing high-quality services without sacrificing safety. Visit agecorp.com or call 223-2732. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits, and gravy. They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota.
Hi, this is your goalie, Jackson Youngworth, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back, it is still scoreless between these two teams, the Oahe Capitals and the Watertown Lakers and the American Family Insurance. Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. Had a little bit more to write in that second period, but it is still shots in favor of the Capitals now 28-14, so doubling up the Watertown Lakers as they outshot the Lakers 12-7 in that second period after it's 16-7 in the first. 4 penalties in the period, 3 by the Capitals and one by the Watertown Lakers. Jesse Eldridge and Logan Anderson, both those penalties have expired. The Capitals are 2 for 2 on the penalty kill, and obviously that means Watertown 0 for 2 on the power play. But Jake Roots and it is Dylan Dodson both in the penalty box. Root got called for a hook. Dodson got called for a slash with 39 seconds to go in the second period. So those are matching minor penalties, and it is still 5-on-5 for the remainder of that minute and just a little under a minute and a half. About a minute and 20 seconds of the third period. But you can start to see, Coach Steele, that there is some, I wouldn't say frustrations, but the game is intensifying, and there's a lot more. You can tell what these guys know, what's on the line in a game like this, and at 0-0, it becomes tenser and tenser as the game goes on.
Yeah, you can definitely feel the tension just building, and I think, like I said earlier, you kind of felt that a little bit when that net came off, and then they had that quick whistle in the crease down there. I mean, you're kind of feeling them start to get a little frustrated that they haven't been able to get one by Nygaard. Nygaard's played fantastic that period. That one exchange with Dylan in front, and they had 2 or 3 really quick shots in quick succession there. I mean, that was phenomenal play by him. Jackson's been really solid on our end too. But I just think that the way that the Caps have dictated the play, they're starting to get a little bit of frustration setting in, and they're going to have to fight that and find a way to crack. They just got to keep continuing to do what they're doing. You got to credit Watertown did a really good job the last 5-6 minutes of that period. The Caps kind of did that the first period. That was Watertown's turn to kind of take that momentum and build at the end of that period.
And this, obviously these guys know what's at stake for both these teams, but for the Capitals especially, knowing that this win is a season-defining win or loss. A loss, you have to go 3-0 against 3 of the top 5 teams in the league, 3 of the top 4 teams in the league. The only good news is the number 1 team is not in those 3 games that you have to play. But that is a very gauntlet thing to do in the regular season, because then you have to turn around and do that all in the state tournament on top of it to try and win a state championship. But what can the feeling be in the locker room right now, being a 0-0 game, a game where you're still playing good but don't have the lead, and knowing just how important these 2 points are to get at the end of the game?
Yeah, as hard as it is, you've got to just continue to trust. You've got to trust the plan. You've got to continue to do what you're doing. Again, I would say I think they made a lot of good adjustments both sides did. I think it was a lot more tighter game. You know, there wasn't as much of the long stretch passes. There was a couple chances at it, but you saw those turn into icings that period. You know, and that kind of made the period a little bit more choppy, a little bit more defensive. So I think you saw a lot of good things come, but, you know, you've really just got to continue to trust that what you're doing is going to work. I mean, again, you put up 40 shots in a game, you've got to like your chances that you're going to get one through eventually. You know, so you just got to continue to find a way to chip away and ultimately find a way to get one in.
0-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. If you're a fan of offense, this may not be the game for you, but knowing that what's at stake, hopefully this is still the game for you, because a scoreless game and a playoff type game is still pretty fun. And if you're a fan of defense, this is a great game to be watching right now.
Yeah, this is, I mean, it's been a lot of fun to watch. And I would say if you're a fan of goaltending, you know, this has been a really fun game to watch the two goaltenders battle it out, you know, and really just see really good saves back and forth, great rebound control, and neither one has really looked surprised, even when you've had a couple funky bounces with a misdirection or a shot that wasn't kind of an expected shot. So been really fun to watch them too.
No score through 2 periods. We'll come back and tell you other scores around the state. That, yes, there are scoring in other games in the states for both boys and girls hockey. We'll tell you about that coming up here next. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
Hi, Jason here from Leisure Palace Pool Spa and Patio. We invite you to come in and see our expanded new location, 400 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Transform your new space into the best in industry hot spring, caldera, and free flow spas, and let the stress melt away. Or maybe it's an infrared sauna. Don't miss out. Also check out our pool tables, darts, fire tables, and outdoor furniture. Visit us today for the perfect blend of relaxation and entertainment. And as always, at the guaranteed lowest price.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Hello. I'm Pastor Jeff Lathrop of Pierre First United Methodist Church, and I'd like to invite you to join us in person for worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. You can also join us on Facebook Live or on KCCR 1240 a.m. or 98.9 FM for our Sunday morning broadcast at 11 a.m. Come worship with us at First United Methodist Church, where you will find open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, 224-6627. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, where exceptional customer service meets an incredible inventory lineup. Looking for your dream car? Our expert team is here to guide you every step of the way. From dependable Fords to luxurious Lincolns and versatile Toyotas, we have something for every taste, need, and budget. Experience the difference with us today. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota.
Hi, this is Wyatt Briggs, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back, and we continue here on the second intermission report as we go through scores for around the states. Final scores, it was Sioux Center beating Mitchell 3-2 tonight. So Watertown and Rushmore should be getting underway. They are underway, 0-0. The winner of that three-game series will be the 7 seed, and the loser will be the 8 seed. There are 4 games tomorrow, one being the Capitals, but it's Aberdeen-Sioux Falls. If Aberdeen loses in regulation, the Caps can win their last 2 games and get the 3 seed. If Aberdeen gets a point, Aberdeen's the 3 seed, and Capitals and Marlins will play in the 4 or 5. If the Capitals don't win both games, then they will be in the 4 or 5 matchup. Watertown and Rushmore will play as well. Sioux Center and Mitchell playing again. Capitals play at 6:45 against Brookings on Sunday to close out the season. It is a 9:45 start for Rushmore and Watertown, a 12:15 start for Sioux Falls and Mitchell, and Oahe and Brookings will play at 11:45 on Sunday as well. Boys scores real quick. It is a 7-2 lead for Brookings over Mitchell. We've got the Brookings Rangers in town tomorrow, 4:30 for that puck drop, as we'll have senior night tomorrow night for the girls. It'll be the boys have their senior night tonight. They will have the senior slide coming up after this game, but it will be then the girls that have their senior night tomorrow evening. We've got the third period on the way next. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey at Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Gear up for an exhilarating winter season with Beck Motor Company, your local Chevy dealer and proud supporter of sports in our community. Whether you're hitting the rink or hitting the road, trust Chevy's lineup of dependable vehicles to take you there in style. We are here for all your automotive needs. Stop by our showroom at 1905 North Garfield in Pierre or explore our inventory online at www.beck-motors.com. Proudly serving our community for 55 years. We're making a great deal better. Beck Motor Company, Pierre, 605-224-5912.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Have you assessed the condition of your roof at your home or business? Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters can help. Since 2010, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters has been helping their customers in Pierre, Fort Pierre, and all surrounding areas. With over 20 years experience, the professionals at Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters know how to get the job done. Specializing in all types of roofing, they'll make sure to find the right fit for you and your home. Give them a call at 605-280-9797 or get a free quote on their website at dakotastormroofing.com. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters, reliable roofing for your peace of mind.
Walking together in faith, living together in faith, working together in faith, that's who we are.
Hi, this is Pastor Sam Hanschke. I hope that our athletes have an excellent and successful season. I pray that God would continue to richly bless them. I invite you to join me in praying for our athletes during the year.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
Hockey season is here, and American by Wyndham Fort Pierre Conference Center is proud to support our hometown heroes, the Oahe Capitals. Whether you're traveling to cheer on the team or just need a cozy place to unwind, we're here to make your stay unforgettable. From game nights to restful mornings, we're rooting for you. Stop by at 312 Island Drive, Fort Pierre. Go Capitals! American by Wyndham, where comfort meets community. Call 605-223-2358 to book your stay today.
Hi, this is head coach Landon Badger, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Back here at the Expo Center as we get set for the third period. Talking about it in the intermission that in this game, if you're a fan of either team, the Capitals want to win this game in regulation. If the game goes overtime, that's helpful to Watertown because that will force the Capitals to have at least another point somewhere that they have to pick up. And they'd have to pick up another point on top of that because Watertown owned the tiebreaker. A game in overtime, Watertown has the tiebreaker. A 2-goal win, the Capitals own the tiebreaker. So then your goalie pulling situation becomes a lot different because you might end up having to say we don't want to pull our goalie to try and tie the game up because we don't want to lose by more than one. Or you pull the goalie when you're tied because you know how important a win is against this team.
So if they do win by one, who has the tiebreaker?
And then it'll go and get all the way down to penalty minutes, I think, because they would probably end up with the same amount of wins and losses. That would be wild. And it would be kind of par for the course on this season, I think. Elsher's pass is intercepted off the stick of Cameron Lee and then sent back in by Tyler Roberts off the side of the net. Well, we got to get to that point first. Here's a centering pass, and Roberts fans on it. This is going to be very important for the Capitals to get that first goal this third period. Here's a pass that goes across ice. Lee will settle it down. That shot right in the glove of Nygaard, and he has looked every bit of confidence so far in this game. Even that shot going wide of the nets, he has still made 28 saves on 28 shots.
Yeah, and you can just kind of see that in the way that he's playing, the way that he's carrying himself. I mean, he's locked in. There's not been 1 ounce of lost focus or of worry or of doubt or of anything so far.
His pass is off of a stick. It's grabbed by Vandenbos, and his shot as he turned around ends up going off of Anderson and wide. Now Anderson picks it up. That shot goes wide of Nygaard. Really good look in front of the faceoff dot, and the Capitals still continue to keep the puck in the offensive zone. That pass misses, so it's grabbed by Vandenbos. He'll try and play it to the corner. Comes back to him. That shot in a glove save made by Nygaard. And another whistle with 15:45 to go. Still scoreless. American Family Insurance. Brittany Shuffle by the scoreboard.
Yeah, his glove is, man, it is on today. I mean, now even if it's not directly at the glove, he's able to use that today. And he's not giving up maybe one juicy rebound. Otherwise, it's been all locked in.
Here's Vandenbos on the backhand pass, popped high in the air. Puck is still loose as it came in front of the net, but it's grabbed by Evans. And his pass right on the tape of Kasuski, who's trying to move in. It comes to Youngworth, who will cover that up and get the whistle. And a good defensive play by Aiden Beam to force Kasuski off the puck and allow Youngworth to cover it up and get the whistle.
Yeah, he did a great job staying even. If he'd have given up the shoulder on that, he'd have let him bend the corner on him. If he bends the corner, that gets into a really touchy situation with Jackson real fast. So awesome play by Beam there.
15:31 to go here in the third period. Offensive zone face-off. It is won by the Capitals as it is moved around by the Caps and Cooper Beestrom up to Dylan Dotz, who's out of the penalty box. Him and both Jake Root are out of the box. Off the glass, moved up the blue line, held in by the Capitals for a moment. And Kit's fighting for it to hold it in the zone. Dotson picks up the puck. Dotson looking for a pass, but he fanned on it. Now his backhander goes over. Beam with a one-timer, shot it just wide of Nygaard. Dotson trying to throw it back towards the net. Shot over the top of the crossbar. Chipped out of the zone by Watertown. A race to the puck, and Beestrom wins the race and chips it off the board on the backhand. Goes back over to Beam, who will tip it into the zone. And the Caps can make an offensive zone change as they get 2 fresh legs on the ice. This is played off the boards, turned over. Beam walks in, another glove save by Nygaard. As you can always tell when a goalie is pretty confident, and Nygaard, you can tell right now he is on top of his game.
Well, and you can really, because it's all in front. So, you can tell he's anticipating and understands where the shot's going because it's not reaching to get it to the side or behind him. He is meeting it out front. He is anticipating everything right now.
Cam Lee on the face-off, wins it for the Capitals in the offensive zone. Back to Bridger Babcock, throws it across for Eldridge. That shot was just wide of Nygaard and goes wide of the net. Nygaard missed it. Net came off its pegs, and then Nygaard pushed it back on, or pulled it back on, so play can continue.
You kind of get the drift that it's going to be something hideous as that goes in this game, don't you?
The goalie's going to want it back, whatever that first goal is, because they've just been too good to this point that something clean is not going to go in. It's got to be just a dirty, bad goal, as this one was almost turned over to Bowder, who could have been walking in front. Backhanded by Bowder as the Capitals will tag back up between him and Owen O'Daniel. There's a big check right into the Capitals bench. Cameron Lee took that check, goes right back up, and the bench got up in a hurry expecting a penalty coming against Watertown, but play continues as Asher Vandenbos tried to go across ice. It was almost turned over, and it's a delayed offside here. Watertown has to tag up. But it comes here to the blue line where Jet Van Gilder for Watertown. He lost the puck as Colin Mole couldn't keep a handle of it. Vandenbos will leave it back for Eldridge. Make that for Babcock, and now moved it over, and the Caps bring it back into the offensive zone. Parmley now is Babcock with a shot that will go wide off of a skate. Then Logan Anderson with a quick shot and a save made by Nygaard. Aiden Beam's able to hold it in on the blue line. Rolled off the stick of Jorgensen. It is now Anderson trying to send it back out to the blue line. Dodson starts to walk it in, but he had his pocket picked by the Watertown Lakers. Dodson has it another time. This is given back for Beestrom. His seeing eye shot got through, and Nygaard made the save. Rebound out to the corner. Parmley tries to throw it to the net. Here's a chance for Vandenbos that was blocked as he turned around with it. Watertown is gassed right now in their own zone. They need a whistle. They need an icing. They need a change. They're going to get that change as Cooper Beestrom now will turn with it. He'll pass it up for Aiden Beam. Goes it across ice for Dodson onside. Dodson now back to Beam and shot and pass it just too far in front. Beam chips it back out to Kitts at the blue line to throw it back to the corner, but it was blocked, and it comes out of the zone looking for Evans, but Cooper Beestrom will send it back off the Capitals bench, but it was hit the linesman. So Millen Evans is able to send it around the boards to the far side. Kitts can't move around a couple of players, one being his own teammate. Now Watertown has it back again. Kasuski out to the blue line, and unable to hold it in was Redlin. He got handcuffed trying to figure out which way to catch the pass, and now Beam sends it across ice, up the middle of the ice for Dodson. 2-on-2 into the zone. Dodson with a quick shot, blocker down. Kitts rebound shot. It was partially fanned on it and didn't have enough steam going to the net. Ian Schweitzer to the corner. That one's chipped away by the Watertown Lakers. Up the boards, at the blue line. On a knee, was able to hold it in, was Babcock. Schweitzer with a good stick lift to pick it back up. He'll leave it back for Kitts, who will put it hard around the boards for Dodson in the corner on the far side. As Dodson will swing back to the blue line, walks it across the blue line. Now it starts to dive in. That shot and a save made. As the rebound is back to Kitts, out to Eldridge here on the nearest side. And then it will be out to the blue line where it comes out of the zone, but a good stick again by Kitts. Schweitzer will give it back over to Keegan, and he'll send it back in with 11:13 to go here in the third period. Off the skate of Colin Mole. Around to the far side, Kasuski will tap it along for Mole, but a good pocket pick of Dylan Dodson. And the pass will be to Mole again for Watertown. Taken to the blue line by Dodson. He gets tripped up as he's going to the bench for a change. It is Jim Netto that has it. His shot goes wide of Nygaard. How about a guy to score his first varsity goal for the first goal of the game? I would love to see Jim Netto get that first one of the game. Netto almost had that puck. Now the puck is coming free for Cameron Lee. And Lee will get into the corner. Off the boards, out to Babcock. That shot goes wide of Nygaard. It is Netto that plays it to the corner, goes off the referee as it was missed by Bowder. And now it comes out of the zone. Good stick there from Jesse Eldridge to poke it away. And the Caps can get that change going back in the offensive zone. Jet Van Gilder, he had the pass knocked down. Here's a shot attempt and a save by Nygaard. That came from Vandenbos. Pass comes back to Vandenbos. Centered one, no one there for the Caps. And it's grabbed by the Watertown Lakers, who will send it down, and we get an icing and finally get a whistle with 10:07 to go here in the third period. That was pretty fun for a couple minutes, especially because it was all on the offensive attack for the Capitals.
Yeah, whenever you see an emphatic icing like that, where there's no doubt, that means usually there was a lot of pressure down here. And I said, again, they've done a really good job. Nygaard's done a really steady presence back there. But yeah, we've had a lot of zone time. I mean, 35, that's 7 shots this period so far. So again, that's all you can do. Keep shooting.
7-1 in shots in favor of the Caps. If that's the way the next 7 minutes goes, the Caps can't not like the result of it. You'd hope that maybe one of those 7 will finally go in. Here's a near turnover on the side of the net. Here's a chance in front. Another rebound shot. Save is made again by Nygaard. Logan Anderson had that opportunity. Kitts was on the side of the net and somehow couldn't stuff it in. This is from the blue line dumped in. It was blocked by Youngworth as it got to the far side. That coming from Sawyer Knopf. And it'll be held in by the Watertown Lakers. Centering pass, it is in front, and somehow Youngworth was able to cover it up and get the whistle. It went off of his stick and right in front of him, and he was able to settle down right on top of it and get the whistle with 9:40 to go.
Yeah, really a couple good chances there. Triton Parmalee actually was the first one with a shot down on the Watertown zone. It popped out, and he just missed. I think he just got a post, and then as it was kind of going towards the middle, Nygaard got it, and it came out for the second rebound. And then, again, that one just kind of squirted out in front of Jackson, so great job staying on it.
They're trying to send that one down for Kitts, who will try and lift the stick. Kitts trying to find the handle of it. Coach Steele wanted to hook up here as play continues, as the Watertown Lakers will grab the puck. Millen Evans will send it across over. This will be a chance coming in front. That puck is to the side of the net, and Youngworth, after it was off the stick of Kosuski because he got checked off the puck, Youngworth it was an odd play because Kosuski was going one way, the puck was going the other way, and Youngworth was able to stay with the puck and cover it up for the whistle.
Yeah, that was kind of awkward because his whole body was moving with his body, the shooter's body. I couldn't remember who it was, and then the puck went the other way, and he's able to reach over and grab it with his glove on the ice.
Millen Evans trying to get a shot attempt. There's a centering pass that's going to be intercepted, and it's now Kitts 3-on-2 here for the Capitals. Kitts with a pass that was blocked, and a good defensive play by Jet Van Gilder. He moved up to Millen Evans. Evans, the top goal scorer on the team. He has pocket pick. There's a shot by Roberts. Rebound is still loose to the side of the net, and it's going to be taken back by the Capitals, and Asher Vandenbos moves it up for Dylan Dodson. Dodson 1-on-5 right now in the zone. Tries to throw it towards the net. Goes wide of the cage. It'll come here to the near side as Jim Neto. There's a big check by Vandenbos. As the puck is still free out towards Beestrom. That shot was blocked by Neto as he was trying to get out of the way of it and maybe redirect it. And the Caps still trying to pick up the offensive possession here with 8:25 to go in this third period in a still scoreless game. Next goal is a big one, if we even have that next goal. Or the first goal, I should say. Not even the next one, just the first one. Aiden Bowder got into the zone. This pass turned over. Neto trying to throw it towards the net, swinging it wide. Puck is still free out in front, where it's eventually grabbed by the Watertown Lakers and out of the zone by Jake Root. This will be sent back by the Capitals down the ice, near side. Sutton's pass tipped into the zone by Aiden Melville, and now it's Beam that plays it off the boards. But out of the zone, this pass was blocked. Now it's 2-on-2. Schweitzer and Lee moving in. It is Lee. His shot goes wide. Might have been close to being offside, but play continued. And it will be out of the zone, so it's not that there's any replay assistance anyway, but it wouldn't matter anyway because the puck now is out of the zone. 7:25 to go here in the third period. Watertown Lakers, Colton Sutton has the possession of it. Still 0-0 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. Cameron Lee made a big hit over by the Watertown bench of Colton Sutton. There's a trip. The Capitals are going to get their first power play. Aiden Beam is slow to get up as Anderson lost the puck, and it's grabbed by Watertown, and there is no whistle yet. Watertown got it out. They already finally get the whistle.
Be interesting to see if it's a knee or a trip here.
It is going to be just going to be a trip. And so it'll be the man going to the penalty box will be Roberts. No, it'll be Sawyer Knopf. And the Caps will have their first power play with 6:59 to go here in the third period.
Yeah, we'll get a good look at it here. And again, not a bad time for a goal that Nygaard can't do anything about. It kind of seems like if it's not just a kind of a weird, fluky goal, it's going to have to be one that there's no chance he can stop. No better time to do that than on the power play here. See if we can get Keegan or Dylan on the back door low for a tap in.
Face off to the right of Nygaard. It is going to be controlled by Watertown first. Flipped off the glass. It's going to be held in by Logan Anderson. And now the puck trying to find the handle of it. Watertown can't clear that first initial chance. It's turned over to Kitts. Now penalty coming up against Watertown. Nope, it's going to be on the Capitals. And interference is called. Or is it going to be, it's going to be on Watertown. It is on the Lakers. The Capitals have possession. That's why I was confused. But it is interference called against Watertown. So it's a 5-on-3. And it is going against Jorgensen. with 6:42 to go here in the third period. 5-on-3 for a minute 44 or less.
Yeah, this turns into this is the opportunity. You got to find a way to cash in here. You got to find a way to make sure Nygaard can't stop one.
This has to be the spots where you end up getting your first goal. This goes off of the Watertown bench, so will come out of the zone. It will stay, I believe it will stay in the offensive zone. It was not out of the zone when it went off of Watertown. So an offensive zone face-off again here for the Capitals. 6:39 to go here in the third period. 1:40 remaining in the 5-on-3. Aiden Beam off the face-off win. Over for Dodson. Walks in. Backdoor feed. Kits! And a save made, and the net comes off its moorings with 6:31 to go. Another great job going post to post for Cole Nygaard to make that save with 6:31 remaining.
Yeah, that's the look you want. Keegan does a great job. He got a lot of wood on that, but we just got to have to get that high and hope that his glove's not fast enough, because he got across that net in a hurry.
Cameron Lee will try and win the faceoff again. It is won by Lee, back to Beam. Another great faceoff win. Dodson for Kitts, backdoor feed. There's a chance that there is no trip coming up against the Capitals. Play will continue. Beam walks in. That shot, He scores! Aiden Beam makes it 1-0 with 6:18 to go in the third, and a 5-on-3 power play goal for the Capitals.
Really good, seeing eye shot. A lot of traffic in front. Beam comes from the top down towards the right, shoots it back across his body, just over top of the blocker, right inside the post. 1-0 Caps. It only took about 40 shots.
Only took 4, but they have 1:36 left still on the power play. The 5-on-3 goal, and it's a 1-0 lead. Beam's fifth goal of the season. And they have a score on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebind scoreboard. Into the corner it comes, back in the offensive end for the Capitals.
60 from 26.
Kitts will get the lone assist. It is now Beam again. Backdoor feed for Dodson. That one will miss. And it's now the Watertown Lakers who are thinking a shorthanded attack. And it'll move into the zone. Now we're in the spot where, with 5:50 remaining in the third period, obviously we're not close enough to a goalie pull. But does Watertown, if they don't pull the goalie, it stays tied in the tiebreaker and goals allowed, as Cameron Lee will have it. It is now Kitts back to Dodson at the blue line. Right square away, moves to the far side, left wing. Dodson moves inside the face-off circle, lost the puck, and then Schweitzer trying to swing his stick at it. It's sent back down by the Lakers with 40 seconds remaining on the power play. 1-0 on Beam's fifth of the season. Kitts got his 10th assist of the year. Kitts has it back in the offensive end. He'll slow up, leaves it for Dodson. He'll go across two defenders. Dodson with a shot that was off of his skate. Kitts with a backdoor rebound, and it's Nygaard that comes away with it. A backhanded shot by Kitts after the puck was bounced off of a couple of bodies, and a big shot blocked by Nygaard with 5:03 to go here in the third.
Yeah, I thought Dylan was going to have a chance to do the same thing Beam did. There's a lot of traffic, a lot of bodies in front, hopefully taking away the eyes of Nygaard, but that one kind of ricocheted and ping-ponged all around until Kitts got it on his stick, and then Nygaard had seen it at that point.
21 seconds to go on the power play. 1-0 is the score. Capitals have that advantage. They scored just a minute ago to make it 1-0. This will come out of the zone as Beastrom will play it back to Dodson. In the neutral zone, Dodson lost the handle of the puck. Cohen Mole almost took it away. He does come away with it. And at the blue line, good stick from Logan Anderson. Bridger Babcock for Dodson with 4 seconds to go on the power play. Asher Vandenbos moves it into the offensive end. Back to 5-on-5. It is now moved in by Anderson. Makes a nice move around on his backhand. Can't get a pass or a shot away. Anderson's pass for Eldridge. And Eldridge moves in. That shot got through, and Nygaard made the save. A lot of traffic in front, went off the left pad of Nygaard. He's made 39 saves on 40 shot attempts with 4:20 to go here in the third period. This will be sent all the way down by Watertown. Will it go far enough for an icing? It does, with 4:15 remaining here in the third period.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting finish here. Again, like you said, does Watertown play for perennial clincher if they can get that point, or do they play it safe? And I guess the real question is maybe they have someone digging through to figure out what the actual tiebreaker would go to if it is a 1-goal lead and if they would win it.
And that's, I think does it go all the way down to penalty? I mean, it could be most wins or fewest losses, as this will be moved. It was on the right side of the red line, so there is no icing. Into the offensive zone for the Lakers as Jorgensen, his shot, that was blocked 4 minutes ago. That off the side of the net. Youngworth has got that covered up to get the whistle. And right now, if the Capitals win by 2, they would own the tiebreaker by goals allowed, the goal differential really being the big thing. If they can win by 2, they will own the tiebreaker against the Lakers. If it is a 1-0 game or just a 1-goal win for the Capitals, then they will have the same amount of goals allowed, as this is a flip down the ice for Keegan Kitts, pass for Schweitzer, and that just missed in front of him. Kasuski throws it off the linesman as he tried to get out of the zone. Dodson put it back in the offensive end. This is Millen Evans. This is Tyler Roberts over for Aiden Beam. Around it comes here to the near side. Dylan Dodson with 3:30 to go here in the third period. Jorgensen, that pass over, that's knocked down. Roberts again trying to settle it down. They can't get an offensive attack going right now, Kid Watertown, with 3:15 to go. This is held in by Jorgensen, the blue line. Good defensive play by Schweitzer. Millen Evans waits for the tag up to move it back in the offensive end, but he got his pocket picked by Cooper Beestrom, who made a great defensive play. This will be moved over, tipped in by Roberts. Aiden Beam, he looked to send it to the near side, but he turned back to the far side, went up the boards, did not come out of the zone at first, and the Capitals were able to move it right back out. This will be set down for an icing with 2:49 to go in the third period. And again, does Watertown, when they get possession, going the other way, pull the goalie, or do they say, we'd rather lose 1-0 than 2-0? In a certain sense, this is one of the few times where you say, who cares if you lose 1-0 or 2-0 or 5-0? This actually matters how much you lose in this game.
Yeah, unless you know that the Caps would win the probably 4th or 5th tiebreaker, you never know. But, this will be interesting to see if this is probably Millen Evans' last break here.
Here is Sawyer Knopf in from the blue line. A shot and a save made by Youngworth. He will cover for the whistle with 2:36 to go. Watching the bench right now of Watertown, they're going to take the timeout. Coach McMullen is going to take the timeout, and they're going to probably discuss. Now, the other side of it is saying, if we pull the goalie 6-on-5, it's 1-0. It's got to be in our favor that we get a goal somewhere to try and tie it up and send it overtime, and then we will win the tiebreaker without anything else. Do you say we're going to go for it no matter what?
I don't know. It's a tough situation because, I think I would be more inclined to think that way with the Caps. I mean, 40 shots, you guys have really dictated the play. It'd probably be easier to think more with that mentality on the Caps bench right now than Watertown's, where, I mean, they've played okay defensively, but they haven't had a lot of sustained pressure. Most of their shots have been off the rush or off of a quick transition at center ice. They haven't had a lot of true zone time where they've been cycling, moving the puck around. It's really just been quick transition and staying down to our right.
And, this is, again, as Watertown took their timeout, with 2:36 to go in the third, it's a 1-0 lead for the Hawaii Capitals. This is the 8 and 9 seed of the state right now. There are years, not too many years ago, that the 8 and 9 seed were saying, yeah, these teams are in the state tournament. They probably necessarily don't belong. Both these teams have a big case to say why they belong in the state tournament, and they're both playing like they belong in the state tournament right now.
Yeah, it's a shame that when you have these kind of years where, there's going to be someone not happy here in a couple weeks and someone that could deserve to be there, and you never know what they could do, but it does look like they're going to pull. He's about the top of the circles here.
So it is Keegan Kitts that will move it out to Asher Vandenbos as Nygaard has to go back in. There will be a penalty coming up against Watertown with 2:22 to go. A hook is called against Tyler Roberts, and the last thing that you wanted if you're Watertown was to get a penalty called against you. And now if you kill it off, there's only 22 seconds left of 5-on-5 time.
Yeah, this is going to have to be, the Caps going to have to be careful here to not be so aggressive on this, because again, when they can now ice the puck, you can chase a guy down here, you can have him leave early and go right away.
Face-off will be to the right of Nygaard. who has made 39 saves on 40 shots. One save away from a 40-save night. There's a shot attempt. There's a couple players down. Nygaard is down, and that shot will go out of play. As that would have been interesting because Nygaard had got knocked down, and he was knocked down by a Capitals player. I didn't see if he got pushed in by a Watertown player, but that would have been an interesting call to make if the Caps had scored, because Nygaard definitely didn't have enough time to get back into position to try and make a save.
Yeah, we got to really watch Marlon Evans here. They're trying to sneak him out early. If they get the puck.
Dodson, his pass attempt was blocked. Kasuski was able to block it. Now Dodson will turn. The Caps don't necessarily have to score in this power play. The one thing you can't do is give up the goal while you're on the power play. Here's Cam Lee, played off the boards. This will be Kasuski that will pick it up. Out to the blue line. Jack Elsher trying to move it up ahead. Dodson takes a check up high. Play will continue. And now Evans. Evans out of the zone. Elsher up ahead for Cohen Mole. Back to Evans. Good defensive play by Beam. And then we'll make that Anderson. He goes hard in the boards. And then now we get a whistle. And both
gonna have coincidentals here. That's a win for us.
Yeah, Dodson and Evans. And if it was 1-0 in Watertown's favor, it would be a win for the Watertown Lakers. But a 1-0 win for the Capitals, that's a win to get Evans off the ice, even though Dodson, the leading goal scorer, is coming off the ice. Don't necessarily have to have a goal.
They need a goal more than we need a goal.
Exactly. So it's Dodson and Evans both going for coincidental minors, and they will pull the goalie to make it 5-on-5 with 1:31 to go. You are listening to KCCR FM Blunt, a Riverfront broadcasting station. So both will go for roughs with 1:31 to go here in the third period. And we remain. Well, now
they pulled the goalie.
Yeah, they pulled the goalie. So yeah, they're trying to say that they should have 5, and now, it is 5-on-5 with 1:31 to go. Capitals will see how quickly they want to try it. Aiden Beam will float that up into the rafters, and we will not get a Spencer Wadeen delay of game penalty with 1:27 remaining here in the third period. Faceoff will be to the right of Youngworth. That's future Hall of Famer Spencer Wadeen penalty. Into the corner, Beam picks it over for Vandenbos, trying to get the puck out of the zone. It does come out of the zone for the empty net. Keegan Kitts throws it in the net. He scores! An empty net power play goal with 1:12 to go in the third period. And now the Capitals can hold on and own the tiebreaker if they hold on to this. If they hold on to this score.
Well, and now the interesting piece of this is while you may feel good about being able to hold on and win the game at up 2 goals here, you can't let down and give one up to make it a 2-1 game. So there's still 1:12 left. So and if you're Watertown, why not? You better get them out again. You want to go back and get that goal back.
Yeah, now it doesn't matter if you lose by 3, 4, or 5. You want to try and maybe lose by just 1 if you're going to pull the goalie again. Cameron Lee will get it deep with 1:05 remaining. Back to 5-on-5. Capitals are 2 for 3 in the power play, even with that empty net goal. Still power play goal. As Jet Van Gilder here for the Watertown Lakers, trying to move it up ahead. Are they going to pull the goalie? They have not made a signal yet to Nygaard. With 45 seconds remaining here in the third. Vandenbos will get the assist on the Kitts goal. Keegan Kitts got his 14th of the season. Vandenbos picks up his second assist of the year. 35 seconds remaining here in the third period. Again, the Capitals can't let up and give up a goal in the last 30 seconds. This is going to be moved in as Melville carries it in. As Beam pushes his man to the boards. This will be a shot attempt off the side of the goalpost with 18 seconds to go. They're not going to pull Nygaard. They're going to leave him in net. Capitals want to clear it down the ice. It is Parmley, sends it down with 10 seconds to go. We'll get an icing with 9.4 remaining here in the third period. Nygaard stays in net.
You got to pull him now, right?
You would think you got to pull him right now. I know you're not going to get a win, but you'd rather go back to goals allowed being the...
At least be even.
Yeah, be even with the Capitals if you can score 9.4.
I mean, you don't know what that tiebreaker is. You know you lose it if you don't score here.
Here is Logan Anderson. We'll get it to the corner with 4 seconds to go. And now we'll get a whistle. The puck came free. And we get an offensive zone face-off here for Watertown. And so with 3.6 to go, face-off, Lee dives on top of the puck, and then Anderson got it back to the boards again, and the Capitals will win the game with a shutout, 2-0, and now own the tiebreaker against the Watertown Lakers. So that means if Watertown would lose the rest of their games, which they've got 2 against Rushmore and the 1 game against Yankton, if they lose all 3 games, the Caps need just 1 point, and they will put themselves into the state tournament. And that's still 1 tough point to get because it's Brookings, Sioux Falls, West, and East. But the Caps give themselves a great shot to get a chance to the state tournament.
Well, you know, and I'd say the most important part of this game is they just won a really close dogfight of a hockey game, and they did it with a lot of adversity. I mean, again, Nygaard, he played phenomenal. I mean, that was a really good game from him. So, I mean, really good to see the Caps break through, get through that close game losses that they've had this season, break through for that first win, and now hopefully they can roll that momentum and find a way to get another point.
We got a post-game commercial break to get to you, but I also don't want to miss the senior slide to get on YouTube on Capital City Rock Sports. But we'll try and take that commercial break real quick and come back with the post-game after this here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Venture Communications has deep roots in rural South Dakota. Venture now proudly provides fiber to the home with 100% of our customers, enabling them to enjoy super fast and reliable internet connections. We'd like the opportunity to keep you in touch with the people and resources that matter most. 100% fiber and 100% committed to rural South Dakota. Call Venture Communications today at 605-852-2224, 605-852-2224, or online at venturecom.net. Pizza Ranch of Fort Pierre is a proud supporter of the Oahe Capitals hockey. Bring your crew to the ranch. We have hot buffet options, including legendary pizza, the country's best chicken, savory sides, nutritious salads, and delicious desserts. Perched right on the river, our Fort Pierre Pizza Ranch is only minutes away from the South Dakota State Capitol building and from the Expo Center, home of the Oahe Capitals. The Pizza Ranch in Fort Pierre. Becky Potsuba and State Farm Insurance are here to help you with your insurance and banking needs. State Farm's not just insurance, it's banking, investments, IRAs, loans, and a whole lot more. We offer guidance in a personal and caring way that helps you manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and find ways to control costs so you can realize your dreams. We know how life is, and we're here for you. Stop in to see Becky at 1315 East Wells Avenue in Pierre, or call Becky at 224-4173.
Hi, this is Bridger Babcock, captain of the Oahe Capitals, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube.
Fans, are you ready? Referees, are you ready? All right, hockey fans, we're going to count down from 5. You ready to go? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, congratulations, seniors.
Hey, we're back. I'll mute Coach Badger's mic for a second. I'm glad you were just sitting there. I completely forgot I turned your mic on, Coach.
You're good.
But hey, we're back for the post-game show. One, you're a part of this tradition years ago. Is it as bad as it looks, or is it more fun? Is it worse than it looks? What? How could you describe the senior slide?
It happens one time in your life. You know, that's the way that I look at it. You can't think about it. You got to just go for it. And it's such a cool little tradition that we've done since the association started. And you know, it's funny. I mean, you literally go out there and just basically rip up your chest, but it shows a little bit of the grit. It shows exactly what hockey really is, that it's a tough sport. You go out there and you just do what you got to do. So, yeah, it's a cool tradition.
You know, metaphorically, I don't think these seniors really need the senior slide because of the grit that they had in this game, a 2-0 win. That is a special win here tonight for the Capitals.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I tell you what, I was pretty surprised on what we saw from Watertown. They came out just on fire, ready to just put it to us, and made it a huge challenge for us. And we did just a great job of continuing to focus on what our jobs are out there and continuing to put on pressure as much as possible and keep that puck away from our defensive zone as much as possible. I mean, you get 40 shots to 20 shots, and I felt like they did exactly what we needed. Our seniors did a great job stepping up. Some of our underclassmen did a fantastic job, and in some roles that they maybe have struggled with this year, stepped up and did things that I didn't even know that they knew what to do yet. So that was great.
Well, and you know, the feeling in the was there frustration at any point for this group in the locker room that it was 0-0 after 2 periods when you kind of had dominated the play and were doubling up in shots? Was there any kind of frustration, or was the vibes pretty good in the locker room after the second period?
I'd say the only type of frustration was just the fact that we were kind of beating ourselves and letting Watertown kind of hang in that game with about 6 minutes worth of penalties there in the second period that was making it a little bit more challenging for us. We knew what we needed to do tonight. We had to get at least a 2-goal differential against them, and in regulation to even have a chance for probably the easier way to try to still make state. And I tell you what, we went in there and we talked about either riding the emotional roller coaster or just going out there and competing as hard as you possibly can for the last 17 minutes, and it showed. I mean, they chose the best option of going and just competing and just focusing on what we can control, and did a great job with that.
Well, Aiden Beam gets that first goal, a 5-on-3 power play goal. You finally get a chance to get the power play and got a chance to get a 5-on-3. Beam seeing a shot that just found somehow through everything and got in the back of the net. Kind of had to feel a sense of relief on the bench too that finally got that first one in.
Yeah, it felt like the weights fell off of our shoulders a little bit there, and we were able to finally start to play a little bit more relaxed hockey and not so tense. I like a little bit of tense, keeps the intensity just right, but we were definitely getting a little bit nervous there, I feel like. And I got to give a little shout out to my assistant special teams coach, Bryce Mitzel.
Not the power play coach?
He is the assistant power play coach now.
Assistant to the power play coach.
He doesn't want to take any of the blame if something goes wrong, but I tell you what, he worked with our guys yesterday on a few different things that we were trying to look for in our power play, and we found it. And so that was great to see, and definitely sparked us and gave us an opportunity to then go out there and be able to find an empty net goal, which, I mean, we talked about it. We needed a 2-goal differential with them just as far as the way the point seeding goes. Now we just got to go find a way to get a point in the last 3.
And, you know, it's an empty net goal, and Keegan Kids shot it from beyond the blue line to get it in. And obviously you would love to see a slam dunk type of goal to make it 2-0, but I'm sure it probably felt like that puck was going to the net for a long time, because most other games, a 2-0 lead, it just kind of solidifies the win, does whatever. But the tiebreaker can be such a huge thing to have, because these last 3 games are going to be tough. And to say that you needed, 2 wins or a win in an overtime game against these 3 teams, now you just need to go get 1 point, assuming that Watertown doesn't beat Yankton.
Yep.
They're playing Rushmore, and I, no offense to Watertown Lakers, but nobody's beat Rushmore. No one's been close to beating Rushmore quite yet. But it becomes a lot easier of a path for the Capitals, and it's still going to be tough, but a lot easier of a path, a lot more seeable for the Caps to make the state tournament.
I was just going to say the same thing. I feel like it's one of those things where now we can actually see that we really do hold our own fate. We talked about it for the last few weeks. I mean, you give your pep talk before every game, and you're trying to find a way to throw that pitch out there about we've got to go now because we don't want to make it difficult for us later. And we struggled to find that way. And I tell you what, when we needed them most, they stepped up and they did their job. And I said something to Keegan before the game, it's senior night, and I went over to him. I said, hey, you got to find a way to just put the team on your back one time? Well, I'll take the empty netter. That works just fine. So that was great to see.
Well, and then your goalie, Jackson Youngworth, gets a shutout on senior night and a shutout where you win 2-0. And if he gives up 1 goal, obviously the empty net, all the different scenarios, but he gives up 1 goal, you're not in the tiebreaker. You're tied with that tiebreaker spot then. Yep. And now with that 2-0 win, a shutout on top of it, he was the last 2 games, he's been very, very good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's really starting to step up and just show our good leadership as a goaltender for us, being one of our seniors out there. And I tell you what, it's taken this long for that shutout to really come this year, but there's a reason that he does hold the record that they announced at the beginning of most consecutive minutes of shutout play for varsity hockey, and he showed it again tonight. I mean, he had definitely some tough challenges throughout that, 20 shots, and I'd say that probably 13, 14 of them were really good quality shots that he was going to have to make some big plays, and he did a good job there.
All right, real quick here before we let you go, Brookings tomorrow, the final home game of the season, and then you'll get to Sioux Falls East and West. Not sure what music they're the song choices are interesting for the guys, but Brookings tomorrow, final home game. Obviously, it's going to be a tough matchup, but a chance to go out and get that first point right away. What needs to happen to get that game to overtime to get a win against Brookings tomorrow?
Not play so back on our heels. The first time we played them, we started to design a little bit different defensive structure and executed for the most part of that hockey game. And the problem was we played so far back on our heels and just kind of let the game get stretched out too quick. And after playing Rapid last week and seeing the compete level that we had against them, you take 4 minutes out of the second period right there at the end. They score 4 goals right there. You have a really good hockey game, and you're competing against the number 1 team. And truly, I see them well ahead of Brookings, and so we know that we can compete with them. It's just a matter of getting good rest tonight, getting hydrated, and being ready to come right back tomorrow, mid-afternoon game, and being ready to be locked in and go as hard as we possibly can again.
Ice on the chests of all these seniors, too. But, hey, fantastic win. Great game here tonight. Appreciate the time. Congratulations on the win, and looking forward to tomorrow night's game.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That is head coach Landon Badger as the Capitals will win it here 2-0 on the American Family Insurance. Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard, a 20-save shutout for Jackson Youngworth, 40 shots for the Capitals. Aiden Beam gets the first goal, a 5-on-3 power play goal, his 5th of the season. Kitts gets his 14th on an empty netter on a power play goal to win it for the Caps as they win it 2-0. Coach Steele joins us again, and when you got to have it, you got to have it. And the Caps had it tonight from the goalie, the defense, and the offense. They got it done in all 3 phases tonight.
Yeah, the backs are definitely up against the wall heading into this matchup. De facto playoff game. And obviously a lot to play for, too, with senior night. And, what a great performance. Again, full team performance. Again, dominated, I felt, the puck possession, the zone time, obviously the shots on goal, they doubled them up. But at the same point, 20 shots is still usually enough to score a goal, too. So great job from Jackson, locked in on that side as well. And, they broke through. They were close so many times this season. This last spark here, hopefully that can ignite it and they can finish strong and find a way to keep playing.
Well, the Caps will get Brookings tomorrow. And Coach Badger said, too, that after what they did against Rushmore last week, shows that they can compete with any. You take 6 minutes away, it's more of a 1-goal game than a 5 to 6 goal game, and all of a sudden the Caps feel like they can compete with anybody. Because you can compete with Rushmore, you definitely can compete with anybody, because there's not a lot of teams that even are competing with Rushmore this season. So there's a lot at stake again going tomorrow, but the Caps feel in a lot better state than when the first time they faced Brookings when they take on the Rangers tomorrow night. And you can see it the last couple of games that this is a much different Capitals team than what we saw when they played Watertown in Watertown. Then the next night they played Brookings on the road as well. This is a much different team going into tomorrow night.
Yeah, and it's not dissimilar to a first time you're a varsity hockey player, scoring that first goal. You've scored goals before, but now you can at this level. And I think this was kind of a similar win for them because they've had wins, but they've not had that really close, gritty, gutty win that they've gone out and gotten in these hard moments, and now they have. And I said that should be a scary thing for a lot of people because if there's a little bit of a spark in a young team, then that belief can go a very long way. And again, this is the time of year that matters. The whole losing all the rest of them, if they can go out and win 2 of these 3 games, which is not out of the realm of possibility. They played well with both Sioux Falls teams. We're having a totally different conversation in 2 weeks.
Absolutely. And it's going to be fun tomorrow evening and tomorrow afternoon. We get on the air around 4:10. It's a 4:30 start, but we've got games in front, so we'll see if we're on schedule or not. But a 4:30 start. The girls will play after that. It'll be their senior night. They start the first of 2 against Brookings tomorrow night at 6:45, scheduled start time. But we'll be on the air at 4:10, and we won't get off the air until after the girls' game is done tomorrow night here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Coach, appreciate you joining me up here tonight.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for having me up here again.
You got a couple more this weekend?
We'll see.
We'll see what the boss has to say.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
The boss is.
The boss is.
Got 5 of them.
that is true. Yeah, you are the low man of the totem pole.
Very, very, very true.
Yeah, you're the least. You have the least significance in any say that goes on in the house of the Steele household.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But I appreciate Steve Steele joining us here tonight. So we will be back tomorrow afternoon around 4:10 with the Capitals taking on the Brookings Rangers in boys hockey, followed then by the girls hockey game. Both games here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. 2-0 win for the Hawaii Capitals. Shutout for Jackson Youngworth. Big time win for the Capitals here tonight on senior night. 2-0 win for the Caps. We say so long from the Expo Center.
You've been listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. The Oahe Capitals on Capital City Rock are brought to you by Xander Auto Parts, Leisure Palace, Wagner Auto, AGE, Weatherall, The American in Fort Pierre, May Adam, Pizza Ranch, Faith Lutheran Church, Hermanson Endodontics, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection, State Farm Becky Pottsba Agency, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters, First United Methodist Church, River Bottom Sanitation, The Clubhouse Inn and Suites, Venture Communications, Kathy Sunshine Properties, American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Comtech, and Beck Motors. Join us all season for Oahe Capital Hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South